Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the last of a three-game series and the last of 6 straight meetings between the Grizzlies and the Tahoe Night Monsters. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. It's Ugly Sweater Night, and it's also Teddy Bear Toss Night, all rolled into one, as the Utah Grizzlies are looking to win their third straight Teddy Bear Toss Night. Last year, against the Allen Americans, they won 7-3 on Teddy Bear Toss Night. Kyle Mayhew got the Teddy Bear Toss goal 16 minutes into the first period. Grizzlies were outstanding that night, and the Grizzlies have been pretty good offensively in the last 6 Teddy Bear tosses. Well, the Grizzlies last night picked up a big 6-3 victory to end the 14-game losing streak. Utah has 3 out of a possible 4 standings points in this series, as on Wednesday night, the Tahoe Night Monsters won 7-6 in overtime, but the Grizzlies that night overcame a 4-0 deficit in the second period. They also overcame a third period 6-4 deficit. Keaton Mastrodonado's got a goal in 3 straight games. Watch out for him. He'll be wearing number 8 for Utah tonight. Last night, the Grizzlies played with the lead throughout, and that was certainly big. McMessner got Utah on the board a minute 21 into the contest. Gianni Fairbrother extended Utah's lead 5:40 into the first period. Grizzlies led 2-0 after one frame, despite the fact that Tahoe outshot Utah 18-10. Early in the second period, Derek Daschke scored 57 seconds into the second. Cole Fonstad and Reed Webster picked up the assist. And then Keaton Mastrodonato made it a 4-0 game when he scored 10:26 into the second. That was off a great pass from the right point from Brian Yoon, who just fed it cross country. Pass went tape to Mastrodonato, who was all alone in front of the net. Grizzlies led 4-0 after 2 periods. Tahoe responded as Logan Nelson scored 12-14 in, but then Craig Armstrong made it a 5-1 game as he scored 13-21 into the third period. Tahoe scored 2 goals 20 seconds apart late in regulation. McGrew 17-34 in and Barry Hughes 17-54 in. Tahoe made Grizzlies fans sweat a little bit as the Night Monsters, while it was a 5-3 game, had a couple good looks on Vinny Duplessis and the Grizzlies defensive unit, but Neil Shea picked up the empty netter with 24 seconds left in regulation as the Grizzlies came away with a 6-3 victory. Special teams didn't really play a factor. Tahoe was 0 for 2 on the power play, and the Grizzlies were 0 for 3. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. Last night, Vinny Duplessis picked up his first professional win, and he'll get the start in net once again for the Grizzlies. He'll be going up against Jordan Papirny, Papirny, out of Edmonton, Alberta. Papirny's got an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. He is 6'1" and 195 pounds. Should be a fun one here tonight. Tahoe is the best scoring team in the league, averaging 4.19 goals per game in Tahoe, who have won 8 of their last 9 games, has scored 50 points in the last 9 contests. The Grizzlies have been a good offensive team over the last few games. They have 15 goals over their last 3 games, and they've got 12 goals here in this homestand as they had 6 goals on Wednesday night and another 6 last night, all of them against Jesper Vikman. When we come back, we'll talk about who's been outstanding for the Grizzlies individually. Derek Daschke has been an outstanding performer. We'll also talk about Briley Wood. His 6-game point scoring streak came to an end last night as he's looking to start a new streak tonight. Luke Manning's been outstanding as well. Well, somebody on the concourse gave me a reindeer, and after Utah's first goal, I'll be tossing this on the ice. A lot of Grizzlies fans will be tossing their teddy bears and stuffed animals on the ice. I see a big 6-foot teddy bear that's walking towards the front row over in section 115. And it looks like we got a good Saturday night crowd, maybe the biggest home crowd of the regular season. And it's a festive atmosphere. It's Ugly Sweater Night, and it's a teddy bear toss here at Maverik Center. And we're going to have a ton of fun here tonight. When we come back, we'll talk about the individual stars for the Grizzlies over the last month. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Derek Daschke's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He has a point in 9 of his last 10 games. He also has a point in 14 of 17 regular season games this year. Daschke leads Utah with 16 assists, 20 points, and he also leads Utah with a +3 rating on the season. Daschke through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Well, Derek Daschke's pretty much been a one-man band for the Grizzlies, but he hasn't been alone. After all, over the last 2 games, Brian Yoon's been paired up with him. Daschke and Yoon were each a +3 for the Grizzlies in last night's game. Brian Yoon had 2 assists for the Grizzlies last night, and in the 12 games that Brian Yoon has played this season, the Grizzlies have a record of 6-4-2. So Daschke and Yoon have certainly been difference makers for the Grizzlies. But Utah has also gotten contributions from their second defensive pairing. Gianni Fairbrother scored his 7th goal of the season last night. The captain is among the top 5 in the defensemen in goals this season. And Andrew Nilsson's been a great addition over the last couple weeks. Nilsson has 8 assists in 8 games for Utah as he was acquired a couple weeks ago in a trade with the Worcester Railers. Cody Corbett's a milestone night for him. This will be his 200th ECHL game that he's played in. He's also appeared in 95 AHL games and also quite a few games overseas. And James Shearer, he's been a key contributor for the Grizzlies over the last few years. He scored a goal this past Sunday in the final game of the road trip in Tahoe. Watch out for James Shearer. He's due for a big one here. He might be my pick for the first goal of the game, as instead of a pick to click, we're going to figure out who's going to be the teddy bear toss goal scorer tonight. I don't know. Neil Shea's a great candidate for it. Keaton Mastrodonato's got a goal in 3 straight games. He's certainly somebody that's played great as of late, and Luke Manning's really picked it up. Manning has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. Could this possibly be the night where Cole Gallant gets his first goal of the season? Gallant leads all Utah forwards with 14 assists on the year, but he's still looking for his first goal of the year, kind of like Nick Schmaltz did for quite a while with the Utah Hockey Club. And then once Schmaltz scored his first of the year, he's just kind of carried it on and has played great hockey. How about Briley Wood, though? He's got 5 goals in his last 6 games. He has 10 points, 6 goals and 4 assists in his last 10 games. Wood has a point in 8 of his last 10 games. There's been a lot of key contributors for the Grizzlies as of late. Utah has been a pretty good offensive club this season. Grizzlies trivia will give you a bit of a hint. It's about Teddy Bear Toss night. Really, the last 6 Teddy Bear Toss nights, the Grizzlies are 4-2 over their last 6 Teddy Bear Toss nights. But the trivia question that we'll have the answer halfway through the first period will be, how many goals have the Grizzlies scored over their last 6 Teddy Bear Toss nights? Last year, the Grizzlies had 7 against the Allen Americans, and that was on December 9th, 2023. Kyle Mayhew got the Teddy Bear Toss goal, and the Grizzlies got contributions up and down the lineup. And really the best thing about this series here against Tahoe, the Grizzlies have scored 12 goals in 2 games, and they've gotten contributions from just about every forward line. And obviously they're getting key offensive contributions from many key defensemen in the lineup. And it was great to see last night Vinny Duplessis picking up his first professional win. He'll be the starter once again for the Grizzlies tonight. And when we come back to the Utah Grizzlies pregame report, we will go over the starting lineups for both teams. We're in business on a Saturday night here on the Teddy Bear Toss and Ugly Sweater evening. And if you're in the West Valley area, come on down and join us. We're going to have a ton of fun here tonight. You're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed. breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Tahoe Night Monsters, who have a record of 16-7-1-1. At home, they are 9-3-1-1, and on the road, the Night Monsters are 7-4. And I think a lot of Grizzlies fans are familiar with the names of a lot of the Tahoe Night Monsters. Starting in net's going to be Jordan Papirny, 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 out of Edmonton, Alberta. This will be the second time he's faced the Grizzlies this season, as Papirny played in one of the games over in Tahoe. Papirny got a victory where he saved 24 of 26 against the Grizzlies last Saturday, December 14th, and what coincidentally was the Tahoe Night Monsters Teddy Bear Toss night. Papirny has appeared in 9 games this year. He's got a record of 5-3-0-1. He has 1 shutout, a 2.52 goals against average, and .927 save percentage. Papirny is 28 years old. He's 6'1", 185 pounds, and he's got an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. Jesper Vikman, who started each of the last 2 games, he will be the backup goaltender. The starting defensive pairing for Tahoe includes Jake Johnson, who's wearing number 23. Johnson has no goals and 8 assists and a +7 rating in 21 games. Johnson is 6 feet and 185 pounds. He'll be paired up with Matt Murphy. Murphy's in his 3rd game with Tahoe after being acquired in a trade with the Cincinnati Cyclones. Murphy is 6'2" and 196 pounds. He has 2 goals and 6 assists in 22 games. The other defensive pairings for the Tahoe Night Monsters will be Artur Cholak, who's wearing number 49. He'll be paired up with Brendan Kapchek, who's got a goal. He scored the game winner on Wednesday night in Tahoe's 7-6 victory, and Kapchek also had a couple assists in Friday night's game. Brandon Tabakin will be paired up with Nate Callan. So that's the 6th defenseman for the Tahoe Night Monsters. The only scratch is a defenseman, and that's Samuel Meyer, as the Night Monsters had a couple key forwards called up to the AHL's Henderson Silver Knights. The starting forward line for the Tahoe Night Monsters includes Patrick Newell, who's wearing number 14. Newell has 6 goals and 10 assists in 23 games. He's got a +6 rating. Newell's a native of Thousand Oaks, California. The starting center is Logan Nelson. Nelson, a Grizzlies killer of years past with Rapid City. This is about the 50th appearance that Nelson has had against Utah in his pro career, which has spanned over a decade. Nelson is 6'1" and 210 pounds. He has 3 goals and 14 assists in 23 games. He scored the first of Tahoe's 3 third-period goals. And the other starting forward is Troy Loggins, who's got 10 goals and 3 assists in 24 games. Loggins is 5'10" and 170 pounds out of Huntington Beach, California. So starting forwards again are Loggins, Nelson, and Newell. The top forward line for Tahoe will be Sloan Stanek, Bear Hughes, and Jake McGrew from left to right. Third forward line is the second line, is the one that's getting the start for Tahoe, and that's Loggins, Nelson, and Newell. Cal Kafuk is the third line left wing. Third line center is Luke Adam, and Blake Christensen's the third line right wing. The fourth forward line from left to right is Adam Pitters, Adam Robbins, and Anthony Collins. So that's the lineup for the Tahoe Night Monsters, who are led by head coach Alex Lowe. The assistant coach is Brett Boeing. And now the starting lineup for the Utah Grizzlies, as they are led by fourth-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. Grizzlies have a record of 6-16-3. They are 3-7-2 here at the friendly confines at Maverik Center. Getting the start in net is Vinny Duplessis. He picked up his first professional win last night, where he saved 34 of 37. Duplessis is making his 8th appearance this year. He's got a record of 1-4-2. He has a 5.04 goals against average and .854 save percentage. The backup goaltender tonight is Jake Barcheski. The starting and defensive pairing includes Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. Yoon had 2 assists in last night's game. And as for Derek Dashke, he scored a second-period goal. So Yoon and Dashke are the starting defensive pairing for Utah. We will also see Gianni Fairbrother paired up with Andrew Nilsson. Both guys made contributions last night, as Fairbrother scored a late first period goal, and Andrew Nilsson had 2 assists. Cody Corbett's making his 200th ECHL appearance. This will be his 295th professional North American game. He's also spent some time overseas. He'll be wearing number 41, and he'll be paired up with James Shearer, who's got an A on his sweater. Shearer in 18 games has 1 goal and 4 assists. So that's the defenseman for the Grizzlies. The defensive scratches tonight include Cade Jensen, Kabori Dunn, and Dylan Savenkov. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies include Briley Wood, who leads all Grizzlies forwards with 19 points this season. He leads Utah with 8 goals on the year. Wood will be wearing number 14. He'll be lined up with Reed Lepster, who's wearing number 17. Lepster has 6 goals and 4 assists in 21 games. And Cole Fonsnab will also be in the lineup. He has 6 assists in 8 games. Top forward line, once again, will be Neil Shea, Luke Manning, and Keaton Mastrodonato. Shea has a goal in 6 of his 8 games this season. Luke Manning has 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games, and Mastrodonato's got a goal in 3 straight games. The third forward line, as Lepster, Fonstad, and Wood are getting to start their Utah's second forward line this evening. Aaron Aragon will be lined up with Mick Messner and Dylan Fitz. Fitz has 4 goals this season, all of them coming against the Tahoe Night Monsters. Aragon's played well as of late as he has 5 goals and 1 assist in his last 11 games. And Mick Messner scored Utah's first goal in last night's game. Messner's a popular choice among Grizzlies fans as to who's going to score first. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Forget pick to click. We're going to figure out who's going to be the first goal scorer tonight, as it is Teddy Bear Toss night. And the Teddy Bear Toss will happen immediately after Utah's first goal. Who's it going to be? Could be Mick Messner. My choice is Neil Shea. I think Shea is going to score first tonight. Fourth forward line will be Craig Armstrong, Cade Nilsson, and Cole Gallant. Armstrong scored a goal last night. He's got 2 on the season. Cole Gallant still looking for his first goal, but he leads all Grizzlies forwards with 14 assists. And Cade Nilsson has 3 goals and 7 assists in 22 games. The forward scratches include Cameron Buell, Blake Wells, Adam Berg, Tyson Upper, and Braden Nicolettes. Grizzlies are wearing a specialty jersey. You can go to the Dash Auction app and bid on the game-worn jerseys. And the bidding ends at 9:30 tonight, so make sure to go to the Dash Auction app and bid on those game-worn jerseys. You can get a Derek Dashke jersey. You can get Brian Yoon, who's certainly a difference maker. You can get Vinny Duplessis if you're a big fan of goaltenders, or Jake Barczewski's. You can get Gianni Fairbrother and get the Captain C on his jersey. That's going to be a fun one. And go to the Dash Auction app. It's certainly a sharp look. If you don't know what the jerseys look like and you're tuned in on YouTube, go to the Grizzlies social media channels. I know I got my stuffed animal to throw on the ice after Utah's first goal. Hopefully everybody does as well. And hey, if you're not at Maverik Center, get a stuffed animal, and wherever you're at, toss it. Toss it as far as you can. Tahoe, for the third straight night, will be wearing a gold jersey with white numbers, white lettering in the back, black on the shoulders, and black trim. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Night Monsters meeting for the 8th time this season. Utah's 2-4-1 against Tahoe this year. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Tyson, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as Utah Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Night Monsters for the sixth straight time. Utah is looking for 5 out of a possible 6 standings points in this series, and I think the Grizzlies are hoping for a breakthrough performance, which they had last night. They're hoping that the breakthrough performance ends up kind of being a springboard to future success. They're taking on a very strong Tahoe Night Monsters club who have a record of 16-7-1-1 this season. Tahoe is one of the best offensive teams in the league. In fact, they do lead the league in goals per game at 4.16. Grizzlies need to find a way to get a lead heading into the third period, as Tahoe has been a very strong third period club where they have outscored opponents 39-24. Grizzlies are wearing an ugly sweater-themed specialty jersey. You can bid on those jerseys on the Dash Auction app. I'm not sure if I had the money, I'd probably bid on one of those jerseys as well. I'd probably think about Gianni Fairbrother, as we got a couple puck drops at center ice. The two captains, Luke Adam, the former Buffalo Sabre and Columbus Blue Jacket, is out there at center ice with the former third-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens, Gianni Fairbrother. This looks like a really good Saturday night crowd. This might be the biggest home crowd we have had all season. And they're here for the Teddy Bear Toss night, ugly sweater night, and what they hope is an entertaining night of hockey between two good teams. Vinny Duplessis got his first professional victory in last night's game. He'll get the start. The Quinnipiac product from last year. Before that, he spent 3 seasons over at Boston University. And for the Tahoe Night Monsters, it's Jordan Paperny, who's wearing number 30. The backup goaltender is Jesper Vikman. Referee tonight is Logan Gruhl. The linesmen are Andrew Collins and Andy Van Wagener. Grizzlies will skate from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube. Tahoe in a gold jersey will be skating from left to right. Cole Fonts now will take the draw against Logan Nelson. The puck is dropped and we're underway. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon gets it to Dashke. He'll flip it out to center ice for Lebster, dumps it in. I absolutely dislike the way the 7s look on the Grizzlies jerseys. That's not the way 7s look with the slash in the middle of the 7. As Nelson will bounce it off of Dashke at center ice. Dashke tried to shovel it ahead. Puck goes to Logan Nelson. He'll skate over the line. He'll veer off to the left. Nelson gets around Lebster. He stops, swirls, skates back towards the left point. Now he fires it towards the right corner. His hip hops off the boards. As Murphy tried to center it towards Logan Nelson. It's cleared out by Brian Yoon, and icing is going to be called on Utah as we get our first whistle 35 seconds in. Well, who's going to score first for the Grizzlies tonight? That's the question. Who's your choice for the Teddy Bear Toss goal? Last year it was Kyle Mayhew. This year I am going to go with Neil Shea, who's got a goal in 6 of his 8 games this season. 5 starters for the Grizzlies are still out there, as the draw is going to be taken by Fonstad. He's out there with Briley Wood and Reed Lebster. For the 3rd consecutive year, Ryan Kanasowicz is wearing a ugly sweater that says, "Chillin' with my Snowmies." Tahoe wins the draw. They're over on the left side. Murphy gets it back towards Blake Christensen. Over to Murphy. He's in the left point. He'll take a shot, and it's blocked by the stick of Briley Wood as Grizzlies make their first line change of the game. Grizzlies have Manning, Mastrodonato, and Shea out there. A defensive pairing of Fairbrother and Dashke still on the ice. Fairbrother tonight will be paired up with Andrew Nilsson. An extended shift by Derek Dashke here at the start. He's got a point in 14 of 16 games this year. Manning will roll it out to center ice. Tahoe gets it back as they skate from left to right. Now Dashke comes off. He's replaced by Andrew Nilsson, who's got 8 assists in 8 games this year. Tahoe snaps one out to center ice, looking for Jake McGrew. He got a piece of it at center ice, says the linesman. Duplessis will roll it along the near boards. Puck goes towards Manning. He gets sandwiched, and McGrew divorces Manning from the puck. As Tahoe, Brandon Tabakin will fire it off the near boards. It's gathered by Shea. Shea to Mastrodonato, left side. He'll feed it up top. Cordy Corbett with a blast that goes wide. Corbett's in his 200th league game. Manning behind the net, trying to get to the right side of Mastrodonato. Back up top to Corbett. He'll take a shot that goes over the crossbar. It stays in play off the glass. Tabakin will backhand it ahead along the near boards towards McGrew. Mastrodonato took it away. He tried to get it out towards Shea. Glanced off of his stick. Right corner, Luke Manning in the offensive zone. Skates towards the point. Now he pivots back towards the corner. Grizzlies get it with Shea. Feeds it up top to Shearer. Shearer, wearing number 74, will take a shot. And that's blocked up high. Hit off Mastrodonato's face. He'll skate off. Hopefully he's okay. It looked like just a glancing blow. Corbett runs the puck down deep in the Grizzly zone as Tahoe dumped it all the way in. As we're 2:10 into the contest. Still no score. Neither team's taking a shot. Corbett sporting a beard, native of Minnesota. He'll pitch it to his left for Messner, who gets around one skater. Now he steps over the attack line with momentum. Messner, 6 goals on the season, trying to fire a sharp-angled shot. Bounced off of Murphy's stick. Puck rolls towards the right side. Sure got it back towards Manning. You trying to get it back up top. Tahoe will flip it out to center ice. Getting across center is Adam Pitters. He dumps it in. Duplessis will roll it to the near side. Grizzlies will flub it out to center ice. Puck bounces at the Tahoe line. Johnson moves it across. Tahoe gets to Robbins. He gets double-teamed and taking the puck away. It's a Grizzly, and that is Dylan Fitz wearing number 13. He has given the Tahoe Night Monsters all sorts of fits, if you will, as he's got 4 goals this season, all of them against Tahoe. Up ahead towards Cade Nilsson. He'll sky it in from neutral ice. Nilsson chasing after it wearing number 27, and I got to protest the way the 7s look on the Grizzlies jerseys, but that's a discussion for another period. Tahoe ices the puck. Grizzlies run it down as we get a whistle with 16:50 left in the first. Well, fans are still filing in here, and it looks like we got an outstanding crowd. For my money, this is the best crowd the Grizzlies have had all season. We're just getting started, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy part of Saturday with us. Grizzlies have won the last 2 teddy bear tosses, and Ryan Canasta, which I wouldn't say he's a superstitious guy, but the last 2 years he had worn that same ugly sweater. Christian Horn's got a pretty nice looking ugly sweater as well, multicolored layer. As a draw won by Tahoe as they skate around their own net, and Paperny, puck goes to neutral ice. Reed Lebster gets it, and he'll roll it in. Paperny plays behind his net. He's got an AHL contract with Henderson, 28 years old. Over to the right side, Grizzlies ram Tahoe along the boards. Yoon, right point, his shot's blocked. Puck goes to Lebster. He'll switch places with Yoon. Lebster now stops the right point. He'll get it to Dashkey. High slot. Dashkey backhands it over to Lebster. Lebster trying to get it across. Bounced off a Tahoe skate back to Lebster. He'll get to Yoon right side. He'll shuffle to his left. Now he'll pitch it to Dashkey. Dashkey trying to direct it back towards Lebster. Got poked away. Loggins crosses center ice. Chasing after the loose puck, but Yoon gets there a stride ahead of him. As Briley Wood, right side, one-hands it. Now he collects his own pass. Throws it towards the middle. Grizzlies. Lebster. Righty shot is blocked away by a Tahoe stick. Lebster lunges to get the puck out to Dashkey in the left point. He redirects it out of play off a Tahoe stick. And the puck goes into about row 5 of section 103. So draw's going to be an offensive zone 1 for Utah. Interestingly enough, there hasn't been a single shot here in the first 4 minutes and 3 seconds of this game. Manning will take the dry talks with Masher, Donato, and Shea. Up top is Fairbrother and Andrew Nilsson. Grizzlies, when they're rolling, they seem to get a lot of offensive contributions from their defensive unit. Tambican wins it as he skates around Shea. He'll pitch it across to Callan. Callan will move it out to center ice left wing. Christensen will sky it in. Puck bounces off the right corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. And now Christensen, he collides with a Grizzly. Christensen goes down. Left point, lefty shot is blocked by the face of a Grizzly, and that's Luke Manning. Down the middle, Adam will take a lefty shot that gets redirected and goes wide as Manning took a puck to the face. Looks like he'll be okay, not drawing too much blood as now he'll skate off as he holds his face. The Grizzlies trainer, Colin Lee, will look after him. Behind the net, Nilsson will give it towards Neil Shea. Shea will dump it in. He comes off, but the Grizzlies are called for icing, so Shea will stay out there. As Luke Manning looked over with Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer. As we get a whistle with 15-12 left in the first. Not only are we looking for the game's first goal, we're looking for the game's first shot. Both teams' defensive units have been on point here so far. And with it being the 6th straight meeting between these clubs, boy, both teams are very familiar with the strengths and weaknesses of all the players on both sides. Manning will take a seat as he has a towel to his face. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Tahoe wins the draw, skating in, shot and scores. Hughes got the rebound off of Duplessis, and Bear Hughes gets his 7th of the year. And the Night Monsters have taken a 1-0 lead. Tahoe won the draw. They fired a shot from the slot. It bounced off of Duplessis and trickling towards the right circle. Puck ended up with Hughes, and Hughes put it away. It's very similar to how he scored in the 3rd period last night. So Bear Hughes gets the first goal of the game. Hughes averaging just over a point per game this season. He gets the goal with Jake McGrew and Sloan Stanek getting the assist. That's Tahoe's top forward line tonight. Grizzlies win the draw. Aaron Aragon dumps it in as Messner delivers a hit on Johnson. Aragon battles. 2 other Night Monsters look nearby. Murphy takes the puck as he'll move it to the left side. Tahoe leads 1-0 as Hughes scored on the game's first shot. Puck rolls to the right side in the Grizzlies zone. McGrew trying to spin it back, but he didn't get very far as he continues his battle with Corbett. Now Stanek behind the net. He gets pushed by Shearer. Stanek does have a size advantage. Shearer continues to throw him along the boards. Hughes far goal line, slides it to Johnson. Take a shot. Saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes towards the near boards. McGrew gets the puck. He's in the slot. Take a righty shot. Stick save by Duplessis. Rebound goes to McGrew. He's in the left corner. He gets spun around looking for the puck as Corbett gets it. He'll toss off the near boards. Puck got some air under it as it went past Dylan Fitz and goes all the way down for an icing as there's 14-13 left here in the first. Once again, the first goal was scored by Tahoe, 4:53 in, with the assist going to Maverik Hughes. Maverik Hughes got the goal, the assist to Stanek and Jake McGrew. Tahoe's up to 3 shots. Grizzlies have yet to fire away. Utah's averaging 31 shots per game. They allow 35.1. Tahoe takes 33 shots per game. They allow 32.5. Draws in the right circle. Grizzlies win it. Still tapping off the glass. Aragon will bat it. He thought he cleared it, but it stays in the Grizzlies zone. Now the puck is zipped out to center ice. Tahoe gets it. Cap check. Moves it ahead. Robbins over the attack line left wing. Trying to get to Pitters. It glanced off a skate. Puck rolls deep behind Duplessis' net. Grizzlies will get it to the right corner as Aragon. He gets blasted by Collins, but Collins is the one that goes flying. Grizzlies, Cody Corbett lost his edge behind the net. Puck goes to the left point as Cholot keeps it in. He'll get it to Robbins, the Princeton product. Over to Kapchek, who walks in. Now he'll take a righty shot. Saved by Duplessis. And after the whistle, some real pushing and shoving as Anthony Collins getting after it with a Grizzly, and that was Armstrong. Shearer takes it up with Collins. As Collins trying to get in front of the net as Duplessis bobbled it for half a second, but then he holds on. 13:37 left in the first. Tahoe leads 1-0 on Maverik Hughes' 7th of the year. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Tahoe leads 1-0. There's 13 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first period. Teddy Bear toss night. I got a reindeer. Somebody gave it to me in the concourse, and we're going to fire it on the ice after Utah's first goal. The first Tahoe Night Monsters Teddy Bear toss night was last Saturday against the Grizzlies, and Jake McGrew scored a minute 58 into that contest. And he's the first ever Tahoe Night Monsters Teddy Bear toss scorer. Draw one by the Night Monsters in the offensive zone, skating from left to right. Cap check. Stops in the right corner. He's being shadowed like a hawk by Craig Armstrong. Night Monsters up top to Loggins. Right point. Lefty shot. Kick saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes towards the near boards. McGrew battles Newell. And the Grizzlies get hit. And it's Cade Nilsson. Puck goes back to center ice. Tahoe trying to get to Nelson. He couldn't reach it. As Dashke gathers it from Yoon. Puck goes back to neutral ice where it's gathered by Callan. He'll slide it back to Cholot. Cholot over to Callan. He's in the near side. He gets it to center ice. It bounced off of Nielsen's stick. Grizzlies step over the line. Wood falls down. He gets slashed by Cholot. Oh, that could have been a penalty as Wood lost his stick. None to be called. As Tahoe iced the puck as they were looking for Troy Loggins at the Utah blue line, and the pass went wide of him as we get a whistle with 12:50 left in the first. Tahoe has 5 shots on goal. Grizzlies yet to fire away. Yeah, that's a classic slash. I'm surprised that didn't get called as they show the replay on Flow Sports as we continue to skate 5-on-5. Fans got the stuffed animals ready to go, just waiting for that first goal. Who's it going to be? I still think it's going to be Neil Shea. Although I think Lepster, with the way he's looked his first few shifts, I wouldn't be surprised if Lepster scores. Tahoe wins the draw. Callum rolls it along the boards around Tahoe's net. Luke Adam, the longtime vet, 34 years old, will guide it all the way into the Grizzlies zone. Loose puck run down by Fairbrother. He's behind Duplessis' net. He'll race towards the far side. Nielsen throws a basketball-style pick on Cal Kafuk. As Fonstad over the line gets to Lebster. Lebster will fire it off the right wing boards. Wood drops it for Nielsen, who looked to center to glance off the stick. Tahoe runs it down, and they'll pitch it out to center ice. Grizzlies took it away with Lebster. He gets to Wood. Now right side, Grizzlies dangle. Fonstad fires towards the net, and it's saved by Paperny. He holds on. That is the first shot taken by a Grizzly tonight. It was with 12-13 left in the first period, and it's Cole Fonstad, who's still looking for his first goal in a Utah uniform. Although Fonstad has racked up the assists. He has 6 helpers in 8 games with the Grizzlies. Manning back on the ice after he was looked after, as he got hit with a puck a few minutes ago. He's out there with Masher Donato and Shea. Manning kicked out of the face-off circle, and the Maestro. Actually, it looks like Manning's going to stay in. No, Manning's kicked out of the circle. And the Maestro will take the draw. Keaton Masher Donato, second-year pro out of Canisius. Luke Adam will take the draw. Adam is listed at 6'2", 207. He looks taller than that. Grizzlies win the face-off. Manning swirls around along the far boards. Grizzlies battle. Adam took it away. Luke Adam, an outstanding player, 90 NHL games to his credit. He'll bounce off a Grizzly stick. It goes deeper into the Grizzly zone. Corbett will direct it back towards the far corner. Shea races to neutralize with ease. He gets around 2 Night Monsters. He'll push it ahead to Masher Donato. Got it back to Shea. No penalty. That's the second one that could have been called, but isn't. And now Tahoe will ice the puck as Corbett races after it. And Shea went down as he was entering the offensive zone from the right side. As Shea, he got tripped up by Christensen. That's another one, even though Christensen kind of made it look like he was innocent on the play. There's a couple there that could have been called, but haven't. As we got 11:43 left in the first. Dylan Fitz is on the left wing. Messner wins the face-off. Dashke across to Yoon. Right side, take a shot. Gets redirected and goes wide. Messner races after it. He's in the right corner. He gets double teamed. He'll pitch it up top to Yoon. Yoon fires towards the net. Redirected by Aragon's stick, and it goes wide. As Tahoe will roll it along the boards near their net. Night Monsters outlet it to center ice. Christensen will slide it towards McGrew. McGrew over the offensive line. He muscles towards the left corner. Grizzlies deliver a hit. Puck rolls to the right point. Murphy over to Stanek. He'll walk down the middle, take a lefty shot, and he scores. And the emerging superstar Sloan Stanek just walked in on Duplessis and fired a glove side for his 13th goal of the season. Stanek has been an outstanding performer all year long. He's been one of the best rookies in the league. And Sloan Stanek, you get him time like he got. He was able to dangle 2 or 3 times, then he roofed it right over Vinny. He gives the Night Monsters a 2-0 lead. Stanek's currently got an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. He's a first-year pro. He had 30 goals with the WHL's Prince Albert Raiders last year. He actually has 61 goals over his last 2 WHL seasons. And the first-year pro has been outstanding for the Tahoe Night Monsters. And his Grizzlies along the near side. Armstrong ices the puck as the arm is raised by linesman Andy Van Wagener. Draw's going to come back towards Vinny Duplessis. Who joined us late. Barrett Hughes scored 4:53 in, with the assist going to Stanek and McGrew. And Stanek's goal to give Tahoe a 2-0 lead was scored 8:50 in, with the assist going to Matt Murphy. It's his first point as a Night Monster. And Jake McGrew also with an assist. McGrew has an assist in each of Tahoe's 2 goals. 10 minutes, 54 seconds are left in the first. Night Monsters lead 2-0. Tahoe has outshot Utah 6-1. Draw won by Tahoe, but Hughes throws it past Matt Murphy as it slides all the way deep into the Tahoe zone. Paperny will pitch it towards the far side. Now long-range pass bounces off the Hughes stick towards the Utah line. Fairbrother will throw it out to Armstrong at center ice. He'll dump it in. Johnson rolls along the boards as Grizzlies' Cade Nilsson gets it towards Wood. Wood directs it around the net. Nilsson gets the bouncing puck in the left corner. He sidesteps a Stanek check As Armstrong's got 2 goals this season, he gets engulfed by Stanek. Puck goes to Nilsson, back to Armstrong. He skates towards the right corner. Now he feeds it up top to Shearer. He'll take a right lefty shot, and that one's blocked away. Stanek gets around Briley Wood, out to McGrew at center ice. McGrew gets challenged by a Grizzly. Now the puck goes out to center ice. It was Reed Lebster. As Wood trying to get it back towards Lebster in the high slot. He gets cut off by Adam Robbins, who's a speedy, smaller player. Tahoe out to Anthony Collins. Collins, the big enforcer, lumbers his way out to center ice, and he'll dump it in. Duplessis will cut it off to Corbett. Puck goes to neutral ice. Fonstad has momentum. 1-on-3, steps over the offensive line, stops in the right point. He'll saucer it towards the middle. Dashke skates, he'll take a lefty shot. And a save by Paperny, as Dashke just fired it right into the chest of the Tahoe goaltender, and Paperny was able to snatch it around the logo at the front of his jersey. 9:39 left in the first period, still 2-0. Dashke with a pretty good move, but he just fired it right into the body of Paperny. And one of the things we've noticed from the Tahoe goaltenders, both Vikman and Jordan Paperny, is that they don't allow many rebounds. It's the second time Paperny's played against the Grizzlies this year. He got a victory last Saturday where he saved he stopped 24 of 26. That's a game the Night Monsters won 5-2, although it was a 3-2 score. Tahoe scored an empty netter with about a minute and a half left, and then they scored 30 seconds later. So it really was more like a 1-goal game that kind of turned into a 3-goal deficit, 5-2, which the Grizzlies ended up losing by. As the Night Monsters lift it high into the air. Somehow it doesn't hit the video board, even though it was about as high. Video board out at center ice. Robbins trying to get towards Collins. His pass goes wide of the mark. Grizzlies zip it across to the left side from Yoon towards Shea. Shea gets held up by Kapchek as Shea was firing towards the net. Didn't get much on it. Collins will ice the puck. Grizzlies will charge after it. The whistle blows with 9:12 left in the first. It's the third of 5 straight home games for the Grizzlies. Don't forget, next Friday, the Rapid City Rush will be in town. Brian Wagner, the former Grizzly forward who was with the club during the 2019-2020 season. He's Rapid City's captain. And Wagner and the Rapid City Rush will be in town for a 2-game set next Friday and Saturday nights. Face-off both nights will be at 7:10. Your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. Tahoe wins the face-off. They ice it again. Yoon will run after it as icing is on Tahoe with 9:05 left in the first. So draw is going to be in the left circle. Luke Manning will take it, the St. Thomas product. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. He's got Shea to his right, Masher Donato to his left. Tahoe has outshot Utah 6-2. Grizzlies get it. Yoon from Masher Donato over to Shea. Shea centers it out towards Manning. He has a glance off his stick. Tahoe's got numbers. They cross center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. As Pitters lost the puck, Masher Donato clears it back to center. Puck goes back to Masher Donato. He gets poked away by Nelson. Nelson tried to re-enter the puck, but Pitters was still there, and offside are the Night Monsters with 8:47 left in the first. I knew I shouldn't have said rush because now I'll be saying rush for the next 3 or 4 minutes. It looks like the draw is going to come back into the Tahoe zone. Grizzlies have been pretty quick with their line shifts here, as it seems like they're keeping their shifts pretty short. They're changing up every about 30 to 35 seconds, it feels like, early in this game. Fonstad's out there with Lebster and Wood. Looks like Wood's taking the face-off now for the Grizzlies. Utah wins the draw. Fonstad slides the Fairbrother left side. Take a shot. He scores! Toss those Teddy Bears. The captain gets his 8th of the year. And it's now a 2-1 game. And the Teddy Bears come flying onto the Maverik center ice. I got to toss one as well. My toss went into row 2. Hopefully I didn't bang somebody in the head. I didn't get any warm-up tosses as the Teddy Bears. Looks like we have broken another team record based on just how many are getting thrown on the ice. And many of those Bears aren't even getting on the ice, kind of like mine ended up in row 2. Just about everybody's is ending up around row 1 or 2 in the lower bowl. The hardest working people in the building right now are the people in the first couple rows who are tossing Teddy Bears on the ice that didn't make it. I'm sure Mark Larson, the PA announcer, is getting pelted with multiple Teddy Bears. I knew mine didn't have a chance. I didn't get enough air on my toss as the captain, Gianni Fairbrother, from almost the same spot that he scored in the first period last night. Fairbrother now has 8 goals in the season, which are among league leaders and blue liners in goals. So for the second straight year, a defenseman gets the Teddy Bear toss goal. One of hockey's great traditions continues. The Grizzlies staff has shopping carts, black trash bags as they're trying to delay things. The Grizzlies players are all on the ice trying to shovel the teddy bears into piles. Everybody having a good time here tonight. Ugly sweater night and the teddy bear toss. This has quickly turned into one of the great traditions and great promotions year in and year out. We see teams like the Greenville Swamp Rabbits with 7,200 teddy bears. Colorado Eagles, the Grizzlies AHL affiliate, had about 10,000 teddy bears a couple weeks ago. Looks like Jake Barcheski is helping out, getting the teddy bears and stuffed animals off the ice. Last week, the Tahoe Night Monsters had their teddy bear toss. Unfortunately, with a snowstorm, that kind of limited some of the crowd that they were able to get on that Saturday night. They had a bit of a more modest group of teddy bears that are thrown on the ice. 8:42 is left in the first. Gianni Fairbrother gets his 8th goal of the season, and he is the teddy bear toss scorer. I hope I'm not sure what that was. I think it was a reindeer I had. I got into row 2. Hopefully that ended up on the ice at some point. I knew it didn't get enough air under. I should have just taken the headset off, taken a crow hop and gotten the thing out there. Like I said, I'm pretty sure some people were out there throwing teddy bears, playing catch to get their arms loosened up. Last year was Kyle Mayhew about 16 minutes into the first period. This year it's a little bit earlier. 8:42 is left in the first. So the goal was scored 11-18 in. Grizzlies off-ice officials are checking to see who should get assists on the Fairbrother goal. Fairbrother just roofed it right over the left glove of Jordan Paperny. So the goal scored by the captain, Gianni Fairbrother. Assists go to Briley Wood and Cole Fonstad. For Wood, he now has 12 assists on the season, and Fonstad now has 7 assists, and this is 9th game in a Utah uniform. Patrick McCarthy's got maybe the most colorful, ugly sweater suit I've ever seen as the teddy bears continue to be thrown on the ice. And this is about the longest delay in team history, but that might mean that we are breaking another team record for teddy bears toss. This is by far more than what we saw last year. And last year, we had over 3,600 teddy bears. I think realistically, based on Grizzlies fans' tradition and really what the Grizzlies have had over the last 2 years, I think 5,000 was probably a realistic, great total the Grizzlies can have. And teddy bears continue to be flung on the ice, and most of them are probably the ones that landed in row 2. As everybody's probably looking around to see if they can find loose teddy bears and stuffed animals. So the delay is continued. Longest delay for a teddy bear toss, but that's partly because it looks like we've broken another team record with teddy bears. So many teddy bears that's possible they won't have things counted by the end of the night. As teddy bears and stuffed animals will go to local hospitals and charities. It will certainly go to a good cause. Teddy bear toss about 31, 32 years old. I think it was the Kamloops Blazers, the WHL back, I think it was the 93-94 season, as I believe December of 1993 was the teddy bear toss. They're still throwing teddy bears on the ice. As over in the left corner, the net that the Grizzlies are attacking, they're still throwing teddy bears over from the near corner. Mostly fans that were in sections 106, 107, 108 who have the net in front of them. As the teddy bears continue to be thrown on the ice. Night Monsters are just sitting on their bench. Grizzlies were at least able to stay active and help get the teddy bears into piles and get them off the ice. So now the Night Monsters starting to stretch out a little bit. It's almost like an intermission all on its own, with as many teddy bears as we've seen being thrown on the ice. It's about 10 times the delay that we've had tonight compared to what Tahoe had, but the Grizzlies have had just about 10 times the teddy bears. Bears continue to be thrown on the ice. Some fans are having a tough time getting them over the glass. I had a bad feeling since I didn't warm up my arm. I tried to give it a shot, and I got it into row 2 over in section 113. I hope I didn't hit somebody in the head. As the Teddy Bears continue to be thrown on the ice. Getting the last ones out there. The Night Monsters are now helping to scoop them off the ice. As looks like now we finally had our last Teddy Bears thrown on the ice. It looks like the Teddy Bear toss for the 3rd straight year is a success. Gianni Fairbrother, throughout the rest of Grizzlies history, he'll be known as the guy that scored the Teddy Bear toss goal on December 21st, 2024. Briley Wood and Cole Fonstad with the assists. I thought it was going to be Neil Shea, but based on what the Grizzlies have gotten in terms of contributions from defensemen over the years, it's not surprising that it's a blue liner that gets the Grizzlies on the board. So it looks like all the Teddy Bears are now off the ice. We'll get back to live action. Tahoe has outshot Utah 6-3, but it's the Grizzlies that get on the board. Fairbrother, almost a one-time attempt there if it wasn't one, as he fired it over the left shoulder of Jordan Paperny, as he just about went bar down. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Fairbrother ahead to Fonstad. He gets towards Lebster. Lebster skates towards the left corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. Lebster will toss it off the near boards to Fairbrother. Gianni will throw it to the near goal line. Lebster trying to get the bouncing puck. Tabakin throws to the right side, is kept in by Nielsen. Utah gets pushed along the boards by Stanek, who's got good size to go along with his playmaking ability, as he is 6'1" and 197 pounds. Grizzlies get to Lebster, will backhand it ahead to Fonstad, who gloves it and drops it. Tahoe clears it back to center. As Nielsen enters, as he gets around 3 Night Monsters. Nielsen looking for a centering pass, instead takes a shot, and that's blocked away by Paperny. As puck to the right side, Wood swung and missed. Now Corbett, high slot, lefty shot, glove saved by Paperny. He holds on with 7:51 left in the first. Well, Grizzlies had the puck almost exclusively in the offensive zone that shift. And Grizzlies look like, despite the long delay, are carrying the momentum. And they're looking to find a way to tie the game. Messner will take the draw. He scored the first goal in last night's game, which was 1 minute and 29 seconds in. He's got Fitz to his left and Aragon to his right. Up top, Cody Corbett's off to an outstanding start here tonight. Corbett's in his 200th ECHL game. He's also got 95 games of AHL experience. James Shearer's off to a pretty good start as well. Messner casually kicked out of the face-off circle. Fitz will take the draw. Puck empty off to Aragon. Grizzlies won the face-off. Shearer rolls along the boards. Corbett hustling after the loose puck. And now a shot was taken from Fitz, and Paperny makes a stick save. Tahoe will saucer it off of Aragon's shoulder. Fitz, right side, and he'll bounce it off of a Night Monster, and that's Jake Johnson, number 23. He'll get it to Luke Adam, who skates along the far side. He'll sky it over the head of Corbett, who leaped about a foot in the air to try to block it. Johnson keeps into the offensive zone, gets to Adam, left side, lefty shot, got redirected, and it goes wide. Puck to the right point. Loggins battles with Messner. Puck skips towards the right corner, gathered by a Night Monster. They look to center and swing and a misses. Loggins. Johnson, he's in the high slot over to Adam. One-timer is blocked, as that was blocked by Shearer. Grizzlies tap it over Adam's stick. He played it with a high stick. Fitz gets the puck left side. Centers out to Shea. Shot goes just wide. Oh, a great pass by Fitz. Shea's one-time tap towards the net. Just missed glove side on Paperny. Tahoe will ice the puck as there's 6:46 left in the first. Boy, great passing by the Grizzlies here so far tonight. And boy, Fitz was along the left wing boards, and Shea was cutting towards the net. Shea was able to get a piece of it, but the shot ended up going wide. And the great thing about this, really, over the last 4 or 5 minutes, is to see Utah's response. Tahoe, obviously, with the 2 quick goals in the first 9 minutes of play, but the Grizzlies really picked it up over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Asher Donato wins the draw. Neil Shea, he's in the right point. He'll slide it to Dashke. Dashke in the left side. Look to center that bounced off a stick and rolls back towards Tahoe. Loose puck. Loggins at center ice gets it. He gets knocked down by Shea, and that's going to be a delayed offside. The linesman raises their arm. The referee hasn't. Looks like we're not going to get many power plays tonight. And it looks like the referee's going to let him play. Asher Donato dumps it in. As out of his net is Paperny. Grizzlies tap it with their stick a couple times. Puck bounces towards the middle of the ice. Tahoe Well, outlet it to center ice. Night Monsters over the line. They center it to Nelson. They'll skate in. I fit it out in front towards Newell. Great defensive play by the Grizzlies as Newell couldn't get a shot off. Loggins goes down. We get a whistle. We get our first penalty of the game. It's going to be a hook. And just as I was saying, they were going to let him play. Obviously, the first penalty is going to be called, and it's going to be on Tahoe. Well, let's see. Yeah, the Tahoe penalty box door opens up. And it's going to be a Night Monster. Troy Loggins will serve 2 minutes. He gets a hooking minor. 6:03 is left in the first period. Troy Loggins will take a seat as he gets penalty minutes 9 and 10 on the season. Briley Wood will take the draw. He's got Cole Fonstad to his left. As they show the replay, Asher Donato was going for a loose puck, and Loggins got him up high with a hook. Time of Loggins penalty, 13:57 into the contest. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. This might be the biggest crowd of the year. Tahoe wins the draw, and they will saucer it all the way along the near boards. Duplessis cuts it off behind his net. Andrew Nilsson is out there with Brian Yoon, so 2 defensemen on this shift with Wood, Fonstad, and Fitz. Nilsson drops it for Fonstad. He crosses center ice. He skates down the middle, veers off to the left, and chips it towards Fitz. Fitz towards Fonstad in the left corner. He whips it around the boards, but it glanced off the stick and it flies out of play. 5:36 left in the first. Draw is going to be in the Tahoe zone. Fun, festive atmosphere here at Maverik Center. Johnny Fairbrothers, the Teddy Bear Toss goal scorer. Like I mentioned, there were so many teddy bears and stuffed animals on the ice. It's hard to think that we're going to get a count of those teddy bears before the end of the game. It's almost like election night. We're almost waiting until the next day to figure out just how many there were. Tahoe clears it out as Barrick Hughes won a battle along the boards with Cole Fonstad. Nielsen gets the puck. He skates around Utah's net. Nielsen now in the left wing gets across center ice. He'll pitch it back. Yoon slides the mat to Fonstad. Fonstad steps over the line. He'll drop it in the left point for Fitz. Fitz skates towards the corner, gets to Fonstad, who feeds it up top to Nielsen. Nielsen guides to the right side for Yoon. Yoon will bounce it off the skate as the puck goes off the end boards. Grizzlies spin it back to Fonstad. Fonstad gets pushed towards the corner. He tried to roll it up top to Yoon. Puck goes past him. Grizzlies will make a line change as we've got about 50 seconds left in Utah's power play. Grizzlies reshuffle the deck as Derek Dashke will take over as the quarterback of this power play unit. Dashke 5 power play points, which ties for a team lead. Grizzlies get it out to neutral ice. Utah crosses center. Grizzlies race into the offensive zone. Does Masher Donato. His pass towards his right is picked off as the Night Monsters will bounce it in. Does Cal Kafuk. Grizzlies, Manning will brush it across. Masher Donato skates down the middle, steps over the offensive line, but Shea, boy, he's so fast, he gets in there before the puck. And that was the case here as the whistle blows with 4:25 left in the first. 22 seconds left in Utah's first power play of the game. As Troy Loggins is in the box serving a hooking minor. Manning will take the draw. He's got Shea to his left and Messner to his right. We mentioned Dashke is tied for the club lead with power play points. It's Mick Messner that has 5 power play points. Messner 2 goals and 3 assists on the man advantage. Puck goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. Dashke will push it out to center ice for Manning. Manning shuffles the puck across center ice. They'll throw it back towards Shea. Grizzlies patient with their approach, almost preparing for life after the power play as Loggins is out of the box. Shea races past Loggins and over the attack line. Shea around the net as he gets cut off behind the net. Taking the puck is a Night Monster, and that is Matt Murphy, who races across center ice. He'll fire it off the end boards of the Grizzlies zone. Loggins collides with Dashke. Dashke will roll it out to Shea. He bouncing off of Nelson in the right point. Logan Nelson skates towards the corner, gets a rough ride from Webster. Nelson tried to center to bounce off of Dashke. As Corbett will lunge the puck ahead out to center ice. Cap check. We'll move it ahead to Stanek. Stanek over the line as he'll skate down the middle. Webster on the back check. Stanek swings and misses as Webster took the puck away. And now the Night Monsters get it back. Cholach back in his own zone as he stops behind Paperny's net. Cholach over to cap check along the near boards. 3:15 and counting left in the first. Tahoe leads 2-1. Nelson crosses center ice. Nil shuffleboard it in. Duplessis gets it towards Corbett. He moves out to center ice for Aragon off his stick. Grizzlies enter with momentum. Utah trying to get it back towards Webster. And Tahoe races in. Blake Christensen, left side, will take a lefty shot. Saved by Duplessis, and he will hold on. Christensen's one of Tahoe's faster players. He got over the attack line. It was a one-on-one battle, Christensen and Fairbrother. Christensen took a left wing shot, and Duplessis made the save. 2:53 is left in the first period. Gianni Fairbrother is the answer to the question of the Teddy Bear Toss goal. He scored 11-18 in. It's 2-1 Tahoe on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
2 minutes and 53 seconds are left in the first period. Night Monsters lead the Grizzlies 2-1 as we have an outstanding Saturday night crowd here at Maverik Center. Don't forget the Grizzlies will be here next Friday and Saturday as they host the Rapid City Rush. Get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. Adam Robbins will take the draw for Tahoe. Can't see who that is for the Grizzlies in their specialty jersey. I think that's Cade Nilsson wearing number 27. And I think it should be banned. I think it should be against the law to have that slash in the middle of that 7. That is absolutely... 7s don't look like that. You look at the piece of paper, you look at every roster sheet, they don't have a 7 with a slash in the middle of it. Grizzlies cross center ice and dumping in. That's the second straight ugly sweater that looks especially ugly with that 7, which nobody ever does that. Who does that? Puts that slash in the middle of that 7. Grizzlies have the puck. Nielsen moves ahead to Cade Nilsson. No relation. They're not even spelled the same. Nilsson will roll it on to Paperny, who covers up. Well, Cade Nilsson, the native of Nottingham, England. He's been a good two-way performer for the Grizzlies so far this season. His father is a head coach in the EIHL. In fact, Cade Nilsson earlier this season, before joining the Grizzlies, appeared in 4 games with the Glasgow Clan. He had 1 assist and 2 penalty minutes in those 4 games. Cade Nilsson, only 23 years old, will be 24 in May of 2025. Tahoe has taken 7 shots. Grizzlies have 6. It's almost like both teams are too familiar with each other. That's tough to really, despite this being a relatively high-scoring series, tough to kind of get those scoring chances. You really have to battle. Right point, Grizzlies shot. That's saved by Paperny in the butterfly position. Shot was taken by Brian Yu. Skating in is Kafuk. Cal Kafuk, 1 goal in 15 games this season. Played with Providence in college hockey. Also played a little bit with Wheeling last year. Grizzlies will skate out to center ice. Puck bounces like a basketball. Neutral ice. Grizzlies overskate it. Tahoe crosses center. Pitters will throw it in. Duplessis plays behind his net. We'll get to Corbett, who slides it to Fonstad. Fonstad will shuffle it to the right side for Wood. Wood skates over the offensive line down the middle. He gets the Webster left side over Corbett. One-timer. That goes wide as it ricochets off the glass. And the Night Monsters throw it ahead, but Utah took it away. Fonstad between his legs, but it's taken away by Tahoe. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. McGrew skates around Fonstad. Backhand shot. Saved by Duplessis. Rebound shot hits the near post. And Duplessis covers up. Boy, Barry Hughes was looking for a second of the game in a very similar spot to how he scored here earlier tonight. And he just ricocheted the puck off the near post. And Duplessis was able to make the save. 1 minute and 30 seconds are left in the first period. It's 2-1 Tahoe. McGrew didn't have much of a shooting angle. Then Hughes with a backhand attempt hit the post. Duplessis was able to lay on the puck. Boy. Game of inches. That's part of what makes hockey such a fun sport. By far, Utah's fastest growing sport. No doubt about that. Manning will take the draw against Barry Hughes, who's off to a great start tonight for the Night Monsters. Hughes last season spent some time with Savannah in this league, as well as a little bit of time with the Henderson Silver Knights. Draw one by the Grizzlies. They'll throw it off their own end boards. Grizzlies moving out towards Fairbrother, who feeds it back towards Nilsson, but it took a weird bounce off the side of the net. Big-time collision as the Grizzly goes flying. Tahoe skates towards the high slot. Backhand shot. Lifts off the glass as Duplessis looks over his left shoulder. Grizzlies win the battle as Manning, his pass turned over. McGrew, right side, righty shot. That goes wide. Mastrodonado will bat it towards Fairbrother. He gets pinned to the boards by Stanek. Now Nilsson gets the puck. He's in the near side. I tried to pitchfork it ahead. Didn't go very far. Stanek, he's over to the left side. Tried to center it. Bounced off a Manning skate. Nilsson will throw it along the boards near side. It's going to be icing on. Icing's waved off. Grizzlies will make a line change. There's about 40 seconds left in the first period. McGrew will wobble it ahead towards center ice. It bounced off of Yoon. Shea will pitch it back deep into the Grizzlies zone. Dashke will run it down. Tahoe makes a full line change. 27 seconds and counting left in the period. Dashke gets it to the near side for Shea. Shea crosses center ice. He'll pitch it to his right. Yoon over the line with some momentum. He'll skate around the net. Feeds it out front. Now bouncing puck. Mastrodonado shoots. He scores! The Maestro gets his fourth of the year. And the Grizzlies have tied it up at 2. And with that, one teddy bear gets thrown on the ice, and Noah Hill will hustle out to get it. As loose puck out in front, Yoon looked for a centering pass, and it just kind of trickled about 20 feet in front of the net. Mastrodonado got it, and he fired it right over Paperny. Yoon trying to get to Messner out in front. Mastrodonado, he's probably more like 10 feet in front of the net. And puck just kind of bounced towards him, and the Maestro now has a goal in 4 straight games. Yoon picks up his 6th assist this season, and Neil Shea with his 5th assist of the year. As puck deep in the Grizzlies zone, Dashke will fire it off the boards. Puck wobbles towards the right point, and that will do it for 20 minutes here at Maverik Center. Tahoe scored 2 goals early in the first period, as Barry Hughes scored 4:53 in, and then Sloan Stanek made it a 2-0 game. He scored 8:50 in. Grizzlies responded as Gianni Fairbrother got the teddy bear toss goal, 11:18 in, with Fonstad and Wood getting the assist. And then 19:43 into the first period, Keaton Mastrodonado got his 4th of the year. He now has a goal in 4 straight games. Yoon, who had 2 assists last night, gets another assist. And Neil Shea picked up an assist. Shea now has a point in 8 out of 9 games this season. Well, we're having a fun one here at Maverik Center. It's been a high-scoring series, and it looks like we got ourselves an outstanding final 2 periods ahead. Don't forget the Grizzlies have been an outstanding club in these second periods. They've got 6 second-period goals in the first 2 games of the series here at Maverik Center. And the Grizzlies do have a second-period goal in 10 straight games. We'll come back and have intermission coverage. We'll recap the first 20 minutes of play. It's actually 11 straight games that the Grizzlies have a second-period goal in. We're having a ton of fun here on Ugly Sweater Night, Teddy Bear Toss Night, as Gianni Fairbrother did the honors, getting Utah's first goal. Grizzlies have a lot of momentum heading into the locker room on the Mastrodonado goal that was scored 19:43 in. The score after 1 period, it's the Tahoe Night Monsters 2 and the Utah Grizzlies 2. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Signer, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Signer has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Signer Kia, South Jordan.
We're having a ton of fun here at Maverik Center as the Utah Grizzlies scored 2 unanswered in the second half of the first period as we're tied at 2 after 20 minutes of play. There was one power play in the first period as Troy Loggins got a hooking minor, 13:57 into the first. That was when the score was 2-1 Tahoe lead. Night Monsters got on the board as Barry Hughes got a 7th of the year, 4:53 in. Jake McGrew and Sloan Stanek picked up the assist. And then it was Stanek who just kind of walked down the middle, found himself a good shooting angle, and he fired it past Duplessis. As Stanek picked up his 13th of the year. He leads all league rookies in points. He was outstanding the last 2 years with Prince George in the WHL. And Stanek's off to an outstanding start to his first pro season. Matt Murphy and Jake McGrew picked up the assists. And then Johnny Fairbrother scored from about the same area that he scored in the first period last night. The only difference was he went stick side yesterday, and today he went glove side right over the left glove of Jordan Paperny. And when Fairbrother got his 8th of the year, which is among league leaders and defensemen in goals, the Teddy Bears came raining onto the Maverik Center ice, and I got to imagine it's a new team record. The previous record was just over 3,600 Teddy Bears, which was set last year. And I imagine there's got to be probably close to 5,000 Teddy Bears, if not more, that were thrown on the Maverik Center ice. On the Fairbrother goal, Briley Wood and Cole Fonstad picked up the assists. Last night, Wood's 6-game point scoring streak came to an end, but Wood now has a point in 9 of his last 11 games. With this being the 11th game, Briley Wood's been an outstanding forward for the Grizzlies. As with this being the 11th game, he now has 11 points, 5 goals, and 7 of 6, actually 12 points in the stretch of 10-plus games. Grizzlies did a good job after the Fairbrother goal. Despite the long delay, they did a good job of keeping the momentum. Utah had 9 shots in the first period to Tahoe 7. Grizzlies had one final rush. The puck was deep into Utah's zone with about 25 seconds left in the period. Dashke quickly got to Yoon, and Yoon raced into the offensive zone, got to the far goal line, tried to center it out in front to Messner, who was just in front of the crease. Puck kind of trickled about 10 feet in front of the net. And Keaton Mastrodonado, who was trailing the play, got the puck, and he just fired it past Paperny as Mastrodonado scored. The paper I have says 1943 in, but the ECHL box score says 1942 in. As the Maestro gets his 4th of the year, he now has a goal in 4 straight games. Brian Yoon and Neil Shea with the assists. And with the way Brian Yoon has played here through one period, there's no question as to why the Grizzlies are 6-4-2 in the 12 games that he's played in. Neil Shea also with an assist. Shea, with this being the 9th game that he's been in the season, he has a point in 8 of the 9 games. We're having a fun time here with Ugly Sweater Night, and there are some really ugly-looking sweaters. I saw Nick Hayes had an absolutely atrocious-looking ugly sweater. I would say that Patrick McCarthy's got about as wild of a suit as you could possibly have, and he's hanging out here at Maverik Center tonight. And what a fun one we have here. It's been a relatively high-scoring series, and really the series dates back to last week in Tahoe. Grizzlies had 3 games against the Night Monsters last week. Tahoe won 3 games with scores of 8-2, 5-2, and 7-3. We've had a high-scoring series here at Maverik Center. Wednesday night, Tahoe won 7-6. Last night, Grizzlies won 6-3, and Utah is on pace for another 6 goals tonight, as both teams have 2 goals through one period. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports, some college football scores, and some NHL scores as well, and maybe some scores from the 4-letter league as well. After one period, it's the Tahoe Night Monsters 2 and the Utah Grizzlies 2. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. We're through one period and we're tied at 2. Grizzlies have goals from Gianni Fairbrother and Keaton Mastrodonato. Tahoe has goals from Barrick Hughes and Sloan Stanek. 2 NFL games today. The Kansas City Chiefs win another close one. They defeat Houston 27-19. And kind of a high-scoring game for a Steelers-Ravens battle. Baltimore defeats Pittsburgh 34-17. Both the Steelers and Ravens are now 10-5 on the season. In the National Hockey League, a busy night of games. Even though the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are not in action, the Utah Hockey Club is also not in action, as Utah will host Anaheim tomorrow. And the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow has a 6 o'clock game against the Seattle Kraken. Let's take a look at the NHL action tonight. The games have gone final. In overtime, Nashville defeats the LA Kings 3-2. Calgary gets a 6-4 home victory over Chicago. In overtime, Edmonton defeats San Jose 3-2. Islanders defeat the Maple Leafs 6-3. Montreal, for the second straight night, defeats Detroit. This time it's a 5-1 score. New Jersey gets a 3-0 shutout over Pittsburgh. Boston defeats Buffalo 3-1. At 8 o'clock, Ottawa is at Vancouver. And the Tahoe Night Monsters NHL affiliate, the Vegas Golden Knights, are in action as they host the Seattle Kraken. Vegas is 21-8-3 on the season. In the college football playoffs, Penn State defeats SMU 38-10, and Texas gets a 38-24 victory over Clemson. At halftime, over in Columbus, Ohio State leads Tennessee 21-10. Both teams are 10-2 on the season. One NBA score, a game that's gone final. The Utah Jazz get a win. They defeat the Brooklyn Nets 105-96. So the Jazz are now 7-20 on the year. Brooklyn struggled a little bit as they are 11-17. When we come back, we'll have second period action as we're tied at 2. And what was a very entertaining first period, we'll also go over some other first period stats. We're tied at 2. Shots pretty close to even. Grizzlies with 9 shots. The Night Monsters had 7. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We're Tied at 2 after one period. Let's go over some other scores from the league. In the Mountain Division, Allen gets a 4-2 victory over Wichita as the Americans get their 8th win of the season. A game in progress over Idaho Central Arena. Rapid City and Idaho are tied at 1. Those are the Grizzlies' opponents over the next 2 weeks. Next week, Rapid City will be in town for a Friday and Saturday battle. And then the first weekend of the 2025 calendar year, we'll see the Grizzlies in Boise for the second and final time this season. They'll have a 2-game series. It's very odd and somewhat sad that the Grizzlies only have 3 road games in Idaho this season. Sad in particular because I get to go to those road games and get on the bus. So I wish they played Idaho every other weekend in Boise because then I'd be able to go to more road games. Jade Miller has the Idaho goal and Smeruk has the goal for Rapid City. That came 3:57 into the first period. Early second period, Rapid City and Idaho are tied at 1. Other league games have gone final. Wheeling defeats Toledo 5-2. Trois-Rivières gets a 3-2 victory over Norfolk. In a Mountain Division battle, Tulsa shuts out Kansas City 5-0. Orlando over Savannah in overtime 3-2. Kalamazoo gets a 2-1 win over Cincinnati. Iowa at home blows out Bloomington 6-1. Indy gets a home victory 5-2 over their rival, the Fort Wayne Comets. South Carolina defeats the 3-time defending champion Florida Everblades 4-1. That's the league action here on this Saturday night. Let's go over some stats of the first period. Grizzlies, among their 9 shots, had 3 scoring chances. 2 of those 3 scoring chances found the back of the net. Tahoe had 5 scoring chances among their 7 shots. So not necessarily a high quantity for Tahoe, but they certainly got a good quality of shot. There were 26 face-offs in the first period, and both teams won 13 in the first. Utah had 7 hits, and Tahoe had 6, and both teams had 4 giveaways in the first period. It's a festive atmosphere, a lot of ugly sweaters in attendance, a lot of Grizzlies jerseys of all shapes, sizes, and colors. And we got a fun one here as the Grizzlies are taking on the Tahoe Night Monsters for the 6th straight time, and because of that, it's kind of interesting to see a lot of high scoring in all 3 of the games here at Maverik Center as both teams defensively pretty much knows what the other wants to do. Tahoe does a pretty good job getting action out in front of the net, and I think the Grizzlies here over the last couple games, in particular in the first period, have done a good job at getting action and kind of taking away some of the vision of Jordan Paperny. As both Grizzlies' goals were out from about, I'd say, if we're talking about those scoring chances and kind of that area around the crease, I mean, Fairbrother's shot was pretty close to the crease from the left wing, and Masha Donato was probably about 10 feet in front of the net when he fired away for Utah's second goal. So the Grizzlies are doing a good job getting action out in front of the net. And the Grizzlies right now are playing probably the best hockey they've had all year as Utah is looking for their 7th win of the season. When we come back, we'll have second period action as Tahoe and Rapid City are tied at 2. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. About set for second period action. Cody Corbett led Utah with 2 shots in the first period. Then 7 other skaters had 1 shot each, including Fairbrother and Masha Donato, who each had the goals. Nobody had more than 1 shot for Tahoe. Barrett Hughes and Sloan Stanek each scored on their 1 attempt. Grizzlies in the second period will be skating from left to right as we see it from high top, section 114. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. And Tahoe will be skating from right to left as we're hanging out. Looks like Jared Pike's in attendance, a Salt Lake City native. It's good to see him here. Great crowd here at Maverik Center. Probably the biggest crowd we've had all season. As we're tied at 2. We got less than a minute left before the start of the second period. As Vinny Duplessis has really done a good job keeping the Grizzlies in the game. He stopped 34 of 37 in last night's contest. It was his first pro win. And Duplessis, in the first period, saved 5 of 7 for the Tahoe Night Monsters. The previous 2 games, it had been Vikman and Paperny. Ended up getting the start tonight. Jared Pike hanging out with us as he was the Grizzlies assistant coach 2 years ago. Former Grizzlies player back in the 2020-21 season, Salt Lake City native. So we're tied at 2 heading into the second period. Grizzlies will start the second with Brian Yoon and Derek Dashke. The starting forwards are going to be Cole Fonstad, Riley Wood, and Reed Webster. For Tahoe, it's going to be Troy Loggins, Logan Nelson, and Patrick Newell from left to right. Matt Murphy and Jake Johnson are the defensive pairing to start the second period. Linesman Andy Van Wagner drops the puck. It's won by Utah as Yoon will tattoo it off the near boards. Wood cranks it in from the right wing as Murphy rolls it along the boards to Newell. Newell will shuffle it towards the center ice area near side. It's gathered by Yoon, and he'll whip it around the boards. Puck goes back to the left side. Newell is pushing the back by a Grizzly, but Newell will now pivot, and he'll skate up ice. Newell along the right wing, gets back checked, but he's strong with the puck as he'll muscle his way in. As Newell will dump it to the right corner. Murphy one-hands it. Puck skips towards the near side. It's gathered by the Grizzlies. Utah across the center ice. Fonstad over to Wood. Wood dumps it into the left corner. He'll chase after it. Wood backhands it to Cole Fonstad. Fonstad with good hands was able to crown. Now he gets up top to Dashke. High slot. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies try to center it out. Wood. Pass goes over his stick. Loggins runs it down. Left side slap shot. Saved by Duplessis. Rebound shot goes wide. This Loggins was looking for the second attempt. He didn't get all of the second one. Duplessis made the save on the first. Puck at neutral ice as Cal Kafuk, number 22, runs it down along the far boards. Kafuk will skate and cut in front of Paperny. He'll get it towards Cholach. Cholach to Christensen, who skates around Mastro Donato. Christensen will bounce it off at Dashke, shoulder high. Dashke runs it down. He'll get it to Shea. Off his stick, Christensen in the right point gets it for Tahoe. He fires towards the net. That's blocked in front of Duplessis as Adam goes down as he was looking to redirect the shot from the right point. Mastro Donato carries out to Cyrus to Manning. Back to Mastro on the give and go. Mastro Donato fires towards the net, and that's blocked by Cholach's stick. Shea back to Mastro Donato behind the net. He'll backhand it to the right point. Sure has it go off his stick. Christensen overskates it neutral ice. Now he'll gather it, and he'll throw it to the right side. Cal Kafuk trying to center it towards Hughes. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Tabakin will slide it ahead. Blue line to blue line. Pass goes to Hughes, who throws it to the middle of the ice. Corbett over there. 2 Mike Monsters collide as Kapchek and McGrew rocked each other's world. Grizzlies will backhand it ahead towards their bench. Mastro Donato will flip it in. Puck bounced towards the end boards. As Tabakin will slide it towards McGrew. McGrew and Kapchek knew he gets to know each other a little bit. They're at neutral ice. Puck at center ice. As Stanek, he gets hit by Aragon. McGrew runs into the referee. Tonight is Logan Gruel. Kapchek out to Hughes. Hughes will tap it in. As McGrew strong with the puck as he gets rammed into the boards by Fairbrother. Tahoe, right side. They slide it through the goal mouth out to the left side. Johnson fires towards the net, and they put a dent towards the end boards. McGrew over to Stanek, back to McGrew. As he's at the near goal line, he'll wobble it out in front. It kicks off a Fairbrother skate. Nielsen will pitchfork it out to center ice. Johnson will wobble it across looking for Robbins. Pass goes wide of Robbins. He didn't get a piece of it at the Utah line, so Tahoe's called for icing as we have 17:09 left in the second. It's the Night Monsters 2 and the Grizzlies 2. Cole Gallant's on the ice right now. Gallant appearing in his 101st professional game. He spent 7 games with the Trois-Rivières Lions at the end of the 2022-23 season, so he's a handful of games away from reaching his 100th as a Grizzly. Draw taken by, I believe that's Cade Nilsson, wearing number 27. With the slash, the extra slash there in the middle of the 7 is about the worst look I've ever seen. There's absolutely no point to it. And nobody does it except for if you got like an elementary school of like 30 kids, there's probably 2 kids that do that. But yeah, it's on the Grizzlies specialty jersey for the second straight year. I guess the jersey looked too nice. You had to put some sort of ugly touch to it to call it an ugly sweater. Grizzlies win the draw. Dashke over to Unis on the right side. Fires towards the net. A lot of traffic. Now right side, Gallant will fire it back into the traffic. Now the Grizzlies, right side, dance around as Nielsen centered it off the stick of Gallant. Run down left wing. Dashke shot saved by Paperny. That was about the same spot that Dashke scored in last night's game. Robbins over the line, trying to get to Stanek. He couldn't reach it. Now Robbins gets it back. Left wing. Righty shot is blocked. Yoon will bank it off the near boards. Puck will wobble towards Paperny. Cholach will brush it back towards a Night Monster. Murphy moves out to center ice. Grizzlies get it back to their line. Corbett lets it go towards Duplessis, who keeps the play alive. Sure, across to Corbett. Now the Grizzlies out to center ice. Bouncing puck. Corralled by Fonstad. He'll get it to Corbett, who crosses center ice. So bouncing off of Murphy's shin. Wood look to center to Fonstad. Pass behind him as the Night Monsters roll it along the far boards. Tahoe crosses center ice, and Collins will dump it in. He's got good speed to go along with the guy that's pretty big. Collins rams into a Grizzly behind Duplessis' net. Puck to neutralize. It's pitched back in by Nate Cowan. Grizzlies spread the ice. Corbett, sporting a beard, will get it towards Shearer. Shearer out to center ice. Fonstad couldn't get it. Tahoe will move it back to center ice. Tahoe gets to Loggins. Loggins skates around a defender. He'll take a right wing lefty shot that goes wide. As Loggins, he's about as fast as any Tahoe Night Monster tonight. Newell gets it back to the right side as Callan trying to get it back to Newell. Callan gets it back as it glanced off a stick. Tahoe, left side. Nelson fed it across. Puck bounced before it got to Loggins. Now it squirts out to center ice. Tahoe has to reset. Newell will roll it back to the right side. Loggins skates in, got it to Newell, but it bounced off his stick. Grizzlies out to center ice. Fonstad couldn't race after it. Now the puck into the zone. Wood over towards Lebster. He gets cut off. We get an arm raised by the referee. It's going to be a penalty on the Grizzlies. Nielsen touches up, and Lebster's going to go to the box. Tripping's going to be the call, as Jake Johnson was trying to locate the puck a few feet in front of Paperny, and Lebster tripped him up. So Tahoe gets their first power play of the night. 14:59 left in the second as Reed Lebster gets a tripping minor. It's Lebster's 5th minor penalty of the year as he gets penalty minutes 9 and 10 on the season. We're tied at 2 with 14:59 left in the second. Looks like based on the replay, that was a good call. Lebster got a stick right there around the shin of Jake Johnson. Draws going to be the right side. It's won by Tahoe. Cap check, skates towards a high slot, pushes back to the right side for Christensen. Christensen dances around with the puck. Now he feeds back up top to Cap check. He'll direct it to the left point for Stanek. Stanek towards the left circle. Hughes gets to McGrew. He'll skate horizontally towards the net. He gets it sticked away. Couldn't get much of a shot off. Hughes hits the ice as he was pushed into the boards by Nielsen. Puck at the right point. Christensen breaks free of a pile. Got it to Hughes. Hughes trying to get around Fairbrother. Now taking the puck's Christensen. He gets it jabbed away by Nielsen. Out to center ice. Shea will sky one on to Paperny, who gloves it shoulder high, and he drops to keep the play alive. Grizzlies reshuffle the deck and get 4 fresh skaters. 14:18 and counting's left in the second. Messner pushes Hughes. Hughes holds his side if he were hurt a little bit. McGrew out to center ice, and he'll feed it across the right corner. Deep in the Grizzlies zone. Gallant gets pushed into by Hughes. Puck goes back to the right point. Tahoe slices it towards Stanek. High slot. Shot is blocked by Dashke. He'll throw a stick that broke. Stick is now laying in the slot. Tahoe gets out to Dashke, and he'll literally kick it towards the right corner. Dashke delivers a shove. Right side. Righty shot by Hughes goes wide. The puck rolls along the near boards. Grizzlies will switch up skaters. Dashke will have to get a new stick. Puck at center ice. Nelson will skate in with speed. He'll stop in the left side just outside the circle. He'll feed it to the right side. Lefty shot goes high. And now the puck to the high slot. Tahoe gets to Nielsen. Logan Nelson will skate towards the corner now around Duplessis' net to the far side. He'll backhand it up top. Puck goes to Murphy. High slot. He'll slide it to his right. Tahoe fakes a one-timer. Does Loggins. He'll get it to Nelson. Nelson drops it. Now it goes back to Loggins. Right point. Loggins We'll get it to Luke Adam. Back to Loggins. He's in the right point, dancing around. He'll feed it to Luke Adam. He's in the right circle. Adam behind the net to Newell. Newell behind the net gets to the Nelson. Right side, he dangles. Now he looked for a centering pass for Loggins out in front. Pass goes wide. Out of the box is Lebster. He collects a pass from Shea. Lebster gets it across left side. Righty shot goes wide. As Utah missed the net, which was pretty much wide open as Paperny was trying to slide from side to side. Grizzlies, Hume will shovel it towards Shea. Shea trying to fire towards the net. Bounced off the Tahoe skate. Dash gives a glance off his stick out to neutralize. Grizzlies reset. Shea trying to pitch it ahead. It's taken away by Logan Nelson. On the back check, Reed Lebster takes it, and we get a whistle. As looks like Grizzlies might be offside. The linesman looking over things. Tahoe was in the middle of a change. I'm not sure if they got called with too many. 12:31 left in the second. We're still tied at 2 between the Grizzlies and the Night Monsters. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Tahoe is called for offside with 12:31 left in the second as the draws going to be near their bench at neutralized Grizzlies territory. Nobody has scored here so far in the second period. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies do have a second period goal in 11 straight games. Utah wins the draw. Yoon gets it to Dashke. He'll get it back to Yoon. Grizzlies will move a right wing pass out to Wood. He dumps it in. Racing after it's Cholach. He charges after the puck and he'll throw it back to the corner that he vacated. Pitters trying to get out to center ice. Fonstad will brush it back towards Dashke. He races after it. Dashke looks like he's moving around pretty well, so he might be close to 100% after missing 7 games with an injury. And as I'm saying that, Dashke goes down. He got hit. Penalty is going to be called. Anthony Collins can't believe it. He is beside himself. But Collins, who's known for being a very physical player, very emotional, he's going to get a penalty as well away from the play. Luke Adam wants to look at the video board. Anthony Collins says that is fertilizer, I think he says. But Collins will go to the box. Grizzlies will have a power play. Collins is beside himself. And he was so far away from the play, it's hard to really say what happened. We mentioned Dashke moving around pretty well. Dashke was out towards Duplessis. Collins must have been in the area, and he delivered a hit on him. Collins wants to see a replay. He does. He's looking up at the video board. He can't believe it. They now show a replay. Look up, Anthony. Dashke was over in the right corner. Collins delivered a hit and flew Dashke along the boards. Interference is the call, 7:56 into the second period. Well, the action was at neutralized. I think Collins was probably hoping that none of the officials saw him. You got caught, big guy. Collins will get 2 minutes for interference. Grizzlies are on the power play for the second time tonight. Draw won by Tahoe. They'll spin it along the boards. Hits a stanchion. Masher Donato did hold the right point line near the boards, but the puck ended up past him off his left. And the Grizzlies will reset. Dashke will spin it back to the left corner. Masher Donato runs it down. He'll move it across towards Shea. Challenging the play on all 3 of the Grizzly skaters in their own zones. Barrett Hughes. Now Dashke races out to center ice. Skates over the line. Drops for Manning, who trying to get it back towards Dashke. It tapped off a stick of Tahoe. Dashke lost the puck as he was being sandwiched by 2 Night Monsters. Tahoe aggressive skating in. Stanek right side. Spins around. Feathers it out in front. Pass goes wide of the mark as he was looking for Hughes. Grizzlies skate back in. Nil Shea right side. Gets it down the middle to Messner. Shot save. Rebound shot saved by Paperny. As Messner had the first look and Manning had the second. The puck goes back up top right point. Mastro keeps it in. The Maestro back to the right side. Spins around. He'll swirl and he'll get it to the left side. Grizzlies skate back towards the left circle. And looking for a shot. And that one gets redirected and out of play. That was Neil Shea. There was some traffic out in front. He just couldn't kind of force the puck in there. 11:01 left in the second period. We're still tied at 2 as they show the replay. Messner the first shot, Manning had the second, and then it looked like Manning was able to get a rebound, and Manning's second look ended up going wide, stick side on Paperny. 57 seconds left in Utah's power play. Grizzlies did make a change at the whistle. Fonstad will take the drives out there with Wood. Fitz is out there as well. Utah gets the draw. Yoon over to Wood. One-timer, he didn't get much on it. Fitz forces cap check towards the boards. Taking the puck is Cholot. She'll race to neutralize. He'll dump it all the way towards Duplessis. Then he will get it towards Andrew Nelson. He'll move it ahead. Grizzlies get it with Fonstad. He races to center ice. Fonstad enters the zone with speed. Tries to split a triple team. Taking the puck as a night monster. Paperny loses his balance. Puck to the right point. Nielsen over to the goal line. Now back to Nielsen from Fitz. Nielsen across left side. Lefty shot. And that's blocked. Shot was taken by Fonstad. And now a 2-on-1 for Tahoe. They skate to the right side halfway through the second period. Tahoe skates in. McGrew, shot, glove saved by Duplessis. Boy, Jake McGrew had all sorts of time and space. Toe drag took the shot, and Duplessis made a glove save. As he robbed Jake McGrew of a goal. McGrew's been an outstanding performer. McGrew has 2 assists tonight. As McGrew looking for his third point. He went high on Duplessis as the Grizzly was diving and kind of sliding across McGrew, kind of forcing McGrew to go up top on Duplessis. As Tahoe wins the draw, they'll clear the puck towards the near boards. It's in the Grizzly zone. Cole Gallant will move it to his left slightly. Grizzlies cross center ice. Utah over the attack line. Nielsen over to Gallant. He's in the near goal line. As Tahoe's back at full strength. Collins out of the box. He'll skate towards the bench. Left side. Corbett lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. He holds on with 9:55 left in the second. Grizzlies have taken 4 shots here in the second period. They had 9 in the first. Tahoe is up to 2 shots in the second period. They had 7 in the first. Grizzlies haven't won the shot battle that much. In fact, last night, Tahoe had a shot advantage of 37-27. Grizzlies went out shooting opponents this year, have a record of 4-2-2. Grizzlies win the draw, left side. As we're skating 5-on-5, Lebster, he battles with Callan. Lebster 6 goals this season. He tried to get it to Gallant, taken away by Pitters. Adam Pitters with good speed, crosses center ice, right wing, he'll dump it in. Corbett shadowing him as Shearer gets blasted by Pitters behind Utah's net. Tabakin will feed it to the right side. Tahoe fires towards the net, hit the near crossbar, or hit the near post. And the iron was unkind. It stays a 2-2 game. Pitters throws it in deep. Sure. Back towards a Grizzly. Utah will tap it off the boards. Tahoe fell down as they were walking towards the bench. Johnson gets to the left side for Newell. Patrick Newell trying to slide one out in front. And it's poked away by Shearer. He'll tap it off the far glass. And the puck will slide all the way towards Paperny. And Utah's call for icing with 9:06 left in the second. So we're past the halfway point of this 60-minute scheduled affair. Barrett Hughes scored first for Tahoe, 4:53 in, and then 8:50 in. Sloan Stanek got his 13th of the year. Tahoe led 2-0 at that point. Gianni Fairbrother got Utah on the board with the Teddy Bear toss goal, 11-18 in, with Wood and Fonstad getting the assist. And then 19:42 in, Masha Donato scored a goal in his 4th straight game. Yoon and Shea with the assists. Not many shots here so far in the second period. Grizzlies have 4 to Tahoe's 2. Grisby doing the chicken dance over in the near corner of the Grizzlies zone in the second period. Just outside of it in row 1. Grizzlies get to neutralize. Craig Armstrong will loft it in. Grizzlies make a full line change. Delivering ahead is Cade Nilsson behind Tahoe's net. Loggins, his pass towards the middle is picked off. But the Grizzlies are offside. Utah was in the middle of it, or at the end of a change. Asher Donato picked off a pass. He raced towards Paperny, but Nilsson, who was coming off the ice, was still in the Tahoe zone. So the Grizzlies are offside with 8:47 left in the second. We've mentioned this being a higher scoring series, and it certainly has been. But both teams have really buckled down defensively here in the second period. Tahoe wins the draw. They skate from right to left in the second period as we see it. Murphy ahead towards McGrew off his stick. Puck hit bounces like a basketball. Grizzlies will wobble it all the way back past Paperny, and icing is called on Utah again with 8:34 left in the second. It's the 8th of 10 meetings this season between the Grizzlies and the Night Monsters. I think both teams are a little bit tired of seeing each other. Oddly enough, things haven't gotten too physical. The other two times the Grizzlies will face Tahoe will be in the next to last weekend of the regular season. Tahoe will be back in town for a 2-game set on April 4th and 5th. I know it's early, but get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com and make plans to be here about 3 months from now. The group, left wing at neutral ice, he'll drive it back in as Nashke rolls along the boards to the far side. Neil Shea gets it. He'll slide it across. Rink-wide feed. Goes to Maldonado. Gets to Yoon. Yoon drops to Manning. Lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. Rebound goes to Yoon. Back to the left corner for Manning. He'll slide it along the boards. Nashke gets her about the same time as Stanek, but Stanek forces the puck out to center ice. Maldonado to Yoon. Back to neutral ice. Grizzlies get it with Luke Manning. He's certainly played well over the last couple weeks, playing with confidence. He'll drop it back for Yoon, who skates behind Duplessis' net. Yoon quarterbacking this unit. He's out there with Dashke. And Yoon and Dashke are certainly one of the best defensive pairings in the league. Yoon now starts play. He'll outlet it off the near boards towards Shea, who tried to get it towards Manning. It's snapped away. Tahoe will throw it back in. Christensen tried to center it out in front as Cal Kafuk was sliding in front of the net. He couldn't reach it. Grizzlies over the offensive line onside. Manning gets challenged, and Tahoe clears it back to center. Utah's Brian Yoon literally flew his way into the bench. He didn't want to touch the puck because he would have maybe been on for too many men. Grizzlies get out to center ice. Dashke over to Messner. Messner gets held up along his left shoulder by Cholach, as now Messner and Cholach spin each other around. Messner gets the puck. He feeds up top to Nilsson. Across to Fairbrother. The captain gets it to Nilsson. He's in the right side. Take a lefty shot. That gets bounced by a Grizzly. Now left side. Fairbrother fakes a slap shot. Gets to Aragon. Over to Messner. Left side. Lefty shot goes wide as it got redirected and it goes out of play. With 6:51 left in the second. Well, good shift by Fairbrother and Nilsson and company. Grizzlies really passed the puck pretty well. And it looks like they're a team that's playing with confidence. And right now, it looks like they're playing the best they've played all year. Good crowd here on a Saturday night. We're having a good time here at Maverik Center. Fonstad will take the draw. He's got, I believe, Lepser to his left and Wood to his right. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies do have a 6-2 shot advantage in the second period. Grizzlies lose the draw. Collins dumps it in from center ice. Now the Grizzlies trying to get it back. Tabakin centers out towards Pitters. He'll take a backhand shot that's blocked by Duplessis. Grizzlies had the puck redirected and it goes out of play. I think they hit one of the ice mics. Here on the ice effects on the Flow Sports feed. Adam Pitters and Andrew Nilsson exchanging some words. 6:31 is left in the second. Draw's going to come back into the Grizzlies zone. There's no doubt that hockey is the fastest growing sport in the state of Utah by leaps and bounds. Last year, the Grizzlies had their best average attendance since the 2002-03 season, where we had a lot of nights kind of like this one, where everything's kind of filled up here in the middle of the stands, here in sections 113 and 114. Draw one by Tahoe as Collins, right side, shot kick saved by Duplessis. Rebound goes towards the near boards. As Tabakin feeds to the corner. Pitters gets pushed by Fonstad. Puck goes back up top. Robbins over to Pitters. Not a very big line for Tahoe outside of Collins and maybe Christensen. Tabakin will move it to his right. Tahoe gets to Pitters. He's on the right side. He'll stop and pivot. He's in the right point. He'll take a lefty shot into traffic. It's blocked away. Puck to the left side. Callum will bounce it off the backboards. Grizzlies whip it around. And it goes all the way towards Paperny, and icing is on Utah with 5:51 left in the second. So both teams really buckled down defensively. It almost feels like both teams are going to really have to work for that next goal. Tahoe is a team that really does a good job creating traffic out in front of the net, as they really make the opposing team's defensive unit work. Logan Nelson will take the draw. Cole Fonstad on the Utah side. Fonstad, longtime WHLer, was a captain of the Everett Silvertips. Tahoe wins the draw, right side. Shot hits the side of the net. That was taken by Murphy. Murphy's now on the left side, trying to feed it across to a cutting Newell. Pass goes waist high and past him. Johnson gets it taken away. Fonstad, 2-on-2 over the attack line. He'll fake it to Wood. Fonstad dances around as he gets pushed. Wood takes the puck. He's in the left wing. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide as he just missed the net. He had a pretty good attempt. Hume sidesteps Nielsen. He'll drop it for Fonstad, who's now in the right corner. Grizzlies in the offensive zone, skating from left to right. Fonstad tattoos it off the near boards. Wood spins it back to the corner. The only guy there is Johnson. Problem plays for Tahoe. He'll clear it back to center. Grizzlies back on their own end. Hume surveys. Now he'll slide it to, looks like Fairbrother, out to center ice. Grizzlies re-enter as Craig Armstrong gets thrown into the boards by Logan Nelson. Armstrong slow to get back to his feet. Puck to the right side. Cade Nilsson spun it towards Gallant, who tried to center it to Armstrong. Bounced off a Murphy stick. Armstrong to Gallant, who tried to get it back to Armstrong. He got it taken away by Murphy. Puck will bounce into the Grizzlies zone. It's run down by Andrew Nelson. 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Still tied at 2. Over to Gallant. He's on the right side. Skate in. He'll throw it towards the middle. And a back check. Cade Nilsson couldn't get a shot off. Great defensive play by Jake McGrew. He's been outstanding over the last couple weeks. Tahoe around their net to the near side. As Trolach will drag the puck out to center ice. Now he gets around Luke Manning. Skates down Broadway. Armstrong one-hands it away from him on to Shea. Neil Shea, wearing number 22. He'll race along the right wing. He'll fly over the attack line. Shea stops before he gets to the right corner. He centers it. The only guy there was Stanek. Problem plays for Tahoe. He'll cross center ice. Stanek around one Grizzly. Now he enters. Stanek's now on the left wing. He'll fire a shot. Saved by Duplessis in the butterfly position. Rebound goes to Shearer. Gets tapping off the top of the boards. Off the far side. Grizzlies will shuffle it back towards Shea. Shea over the line. He tried to get towards Manning down the middle of the ice. He couldn't reach it. Tahoe back to center ice. Stanek gets back checked by Shea, but he'll push it to his right. Hughes overskates the puck at the point. Manning gets pinned to the boards by Hughes. 2-on-2 battle. Now it's 3-on-2 with 3 Night Monsters in the area. Puck wobbles back to neutral ice where it's taken by Nate Callan, wearing number 26 out of San Diego, California. Quite a few California natives on this Tahoe team. Grizzlies ice the puck. We get a whistle with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the second. Another second ticked off the clock. There's now 3:12 left in the second. Not many shots on either side. It's interesting. Over the last 5 games, both teams have taken quite a few shots on the other. In fact, the Grizzlies have allowed 30 or more shots in 7 straight games. As Utah is towards the bottom of the league in terms of shots allowed per game. Grizzlies win the draw. They skate from left to right. Fonstad gets in to Aragon, who forced it across towards the middle of the ice. Crossing center and flying it in is Shearer. It's gloved by Paperny. He stops play with an even 3 minutes left in the second period. We're tied at 2 here on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
We're tied at 2 as there's an even 3 minutes left in the second period. Nobody has scored so far in the middle frame, so a little bit of a streak on the line. Grizzlies do have a second period goal in 11 straight games. We'll see if the Grizzlies get one here in the final 3 minutes. Mick Messner's out there with Fitz, and Aragon up top is the defensive pairing of Dashke and Yu. Draw one by Utah. Aragon will throw it towards the near boards. He'll get it to Fitz. Fitz gets pinned to the wall. Aragon skates towards the left corner. Aragon feeds up top to Dashke. He fires towards the net. Saved by Paperny. Rebounds cleared towards the far wing boards. Aragon delivers a hit. Now he knocks down a night monster, and that was Christensen. Grizzlies throw it back off the Tahoe backboards. Callan runs after it. Callan sporting a beard. He dangles the puck back and forth. Messner's in front of Tahoe's net. Puck pitched to the left side. As skating across center ice is Kafuk. He lunged and dumped it in. He fell down as he was throwing it in. As Christensen around his net loses his balance, gets it back. Christensen will backhand it off the near boards to Johnson. He'll move it across. Katchek will chip it back to the right corner. He gets the puck around Dashke. Christensen tried to feed it out in front. Dashke took it away from him. Out to the near side. Fitz gets there in front of Johnson along the near boards. He tried to get it out towards Lebster. He couldn't reach it. And icing is on Utah with an even 2 minutes left in the second period. You can bet on those game-worn jerseys on the Dash Auction app. I might think about getting one of those jerseys. I know I definitely will not get one of those jerseys that have a 7 on it. That is not how a 7 is supposed to look like. They're on Reed Lebster's jersey as well as some of the others, which does mean Johnny Fairbrother's jersey's up for grabs. He did get the Teddy Bear Toss goal. In fact, you can bid on the Teddy Bear Toss goal puck that he scored on. That's on the Dash Auction app as well. Mick Messner is just a simple 10-1-0. He might have to get a Mick Messner jersey. I don't know. Does anybody have a spare $400, maybe $500 to get me so I can bid on these jerseys? Grizzlies win the draw as Dashke will move it to his right for Fitz. Fitz dumps it in. He gets around Johnson, chases after it. Katchek gets pushed by Fitz, but Fitz only got a slight piece of Katchek. As Tahoe gets out to Stanek, he skates in left side. Now skates towards the slot, take a shot, and hits the crossbar. Delayed penalty, and it's going to be on the Grizzlies. Stanek will slide it to his right. Katchek gets the puck. He'll move it up top. Adam throws it off the end boards. Sure, trying to touch it up. Puck rolls towards Duplessis, and he will cover up. 1 minute and 30 seconds are left in the second period, and the penalty is called on Big Andrew Nilsson. As Andrew Nilsson gets a penalty, he leads Utah in penalty minutes. Overall, with 3 different teams this year, he now has 50 penalty minutes on the season. Andrew Nilsson gets 2 minutes for interference, 18:30 into the second period. As a night monster who is much smaller than Nilsson was trying to get into the attack zone. Nilsson was shadowing him, and he just knocked him to the ice. It's almost like Nilsson was just too big and just knocked him down. If the Tahoe player didn't hit the ice, there probably isn't a penalty there. Draws give me on the right side. And it's won by Utah as they get it behind the net for Shearer. Shearer backhanded to Neil Shays along the left wing boards. He'll move it to center ice. Pass goes tape to Mastrodonado, and he will wobble the puck all the way towards Paperny. Tahoe will spread the ice late in the second period. Katchek throws it behind his back for Barrick Hughes. He's already played well tonight. Hughes will skate in. He gets cut off by Fairbrother. Tahoe. Katchek will throw it to the left corner. Tahoe player got a stick lifted, and that was Hughes. Puck to the right side. Now up top to Katchek. High slide. He'll slide it towards Christensen. Right side. Lefty shot is blocked by Shearer's stick. Tahoe behind the net gets to the right side for Christensen. He'll move it across to Stanek. Stanek left side. He gets it jabbed away. Utah takes the puck as Neil Shea races 2-on-2 into the offensive zone. Shea looked to center it. Stanek on the back check took it away, but Shea gets it back. He'll skate in front of the net. Shoots. He scores! Neil Shea gets a shorty, and the Grizzlies have taken a 3-2 lead. What a great individual effort by Neil Shea. He had the puck behind Tahoe's net as Stanek was aggressive on the back check. And then Shea got the puck. He skated in front of the net, and he slid it past Paperny. Shea kind of holding his side after the goal as he gets a high five from Ryan Kanasowicz, as well as Christian Horn. As Stanek pushed Shea, then Shea got it back as Stanek overskated it. Shea skated in front of the net, and he slid it right past the right ankle of Jordan Paperny. So Shea gets an unassisted goal, 19-27 into the second, and the Grizzlies now have a second period goal in 12 straight games. I thought for sure the Grizzlies were going to end their second period goal streak, but they take a 3-2 lead here late in the second period. Tahoe still on the power play. Tahoe tried to skate into the offensive zone. Messner got it, and he cleared it out. 15 seconds left. Tahoe out to Adam, left wing. He'll race in with momentum. He looks to center it. Nelson skates in. He'll take a shot. Saved by Duplessis. Somehow Vinny stacked the pads. Now shots blocked with 5 seconds left. Nelson left side. He'll throw it to the right side. Puck bounced off a log and stick. And that will do it for 40 minutes here at Maverik Center. Logan Nelson skated in with about 10 seconds left. Duplessis stacked the pads and denied him on a backhand shot. Great individual effort by Vinny Duplessis and Neil Shea hustling, and boy, he was outstanding there on that shorthanded goal. What an effort by Neil Shea and company as Utah leads Tahoe 3-2. Nelson with a shot, and Duplessis just a right pad save. Nelson just couldn't get the puck elevated enough. And then Newell had a shot that was blocked as a Grizzly player was on his fanny about 5 feet in front of the crease. It's a great effort by the Grizzlies on both ends of the ice. They have a 3-2 lead after 2 periods. The Grizzlies are 4-0 this season when leading after 2, but Tahoe has been a strong third period club this season. When we come back, we will go over the first 2 periods, and also we will check in on some league scores. Tahoe will be on the power play for the first 30 seconds of the third period. The score after 2 is the Utah Grizzlies 3 and the Tahoe Night Monsters 2. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
The world's greatest intermission activity is back here at Maverik Center. It's a Coca-Cola can race. It's the first time this series we have had a Coca-Cola can race here at Maverik Center. We have Diet Coke, Fanta, Coca-Cola, and Sprite. 4 cans on the ice. They will go around in a lap. They will go around the Maverik Center ice, and they will come back towards the top right corner of the right side of the ice as you see it on a TV screen. The cans, once again, Diet Coke, Fanta, Coca-Cola, and Sprite. Utah leads 3-2. The deciding goal scored on a great effort by Neil Shea. He got the puck behind the net. Stanek was chasing after him, and then Shea was able to get the puck. Stanek just kept going as Shea just kind of left Stanek in the dust, and then Shea just skated in front of the net, and he was able to find himself a spot in front. He was able to slide it past the right ankle of Paperny. Coca-Cola has 3 wins. Sprite and Diet Coke have 2 wins each, and Fanta has 1 victory in the Coca-Cola can race. So this is the 9th Coca-Cola can race this season. Grisby's wearing his specialty jersey, wearing number 95. After all, 1995 was the year the Grizzlies moved from Denver to the Salt Lake Valley. This is the 30th season of professional hockey in the Salt Lake Valley. And they're off. Sprite takes a quick lead. Nobody is really off here. Coca-Cola shuffles his feet towards neutral ice. Sprite out across center. None of the cans are moving at a particularly quick pace. I should have been in this contest. I could win this thing with ease. They're about halfway through. They have to get around the net on the left side. Everybody going at a very slow pace. Sprite has a slight edge over Coca-Cola. Fanta quickly gets a new try, but Sprite is still in the lead. Coca-Cola out to center ice, and Coca-Cola closes the gap on Sprite. Sprite still maintains a close lead. We get to the finish line. Coca-Cola slides under the finish line. Sprite crosses it. And I think Sprite had ended up winning. Hard to really say. That was probably the slowest Coca-Cola can race that we've ever had. And I think Sprite gets credited with the victory. Sprite gets his third win in the Coca-Cola can race. That was definitely not a battle of the tortoise versus the hare. That was a bunch of tortoises out there in the Coca-Cola can race. Sprite won, I guess, by default. Crossed the finish line first, although I think in a normal Coca-Cola can race, Sprite probably would have finished fourth. In fact, if one of those Coca-Cola cans were pregnant, Sprite would have finished fifth. I don't know. That's, I guess, one of those things. You know, it looked like, you know, if you're looking at the baseball equivalent, it's probably like Mike Scioscia running in the Coca-Cola can race along with three catchers. That's pretty much what it looked like. Pick whatever the four slowest players on the ice were. That's who the four cans were. Nevertheless, Sprite gets the victory in the Coca-Cola can race, as it now has 3 victories on the season, which ties with Coca-Cola for the lead. As we're hanging out here, second intermission at Maverik Center. And, hey, might as well get a headset on and have a good time. It's like we're joined by, if that's who I think it is, it's got to be Jared Pike, Salt Lake City native, hanging out with us here high atop section 114. We've had a fun one here. Grizzlies have scored 3 unanswered. Barry Hughes scored 4:53 into the contest with Jake McGrew and Sloan Stanek getting the assist. And then Stanek scored 8:50 in with Murphy and McGrew getting the assists. Johnny Fairbrother scored the Teddy Bear Toss goal 11:18 in with Briley Wood and Cole Fonstad getting the assists. Late in the first period, Keaton Mastrodonato got his 4th of the year with Brian Yoon and Neil Shea getting the assists. It stayed a 2-2 game for most of the second period, and I thought that the Grizzlies stretch and their streak of 11 straight games with a second period goal would come to an end. But shorthanded Neil Shea with a great individual effort. Sloan Stanek was on the back check, and then puck ended up along the end board. Shea lost it for about a second. Stanek just kept going. Shea got the puck, skated in front of the net, and he was able to slide the puck past Paperny. It's Utah's second shorthanded goal this season, and the Grizzlies have a 3-2 lead. They are 4-0 when leading after 2 periods this season. In terms of shots, the Grizzlies have 16 through 2 periods. Cody Corbett, his 200th ECHL game, has 3 shots. Dashke, Nielsen, and Manning each have 2 shots, and a bunch of other Grizzlies with 1 shot each. For Tahoe, nobody has more than 2 shots. Loggins, McGrew, Stanek, and Logan Nelson each have 2 shots. Vinny Duplessis, who got his first pro win on Friday night, he saved 13 of 15, and Jordan Paperny has saved 13 of 16 here so far. When we come back, we'll go over some NHL scores as well as some scores in the 4-letter league and some college football playoff scores. As Utah leads Tahoe 3-2, and what probably is the biggest crowd so far in the regular season. You're listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it or we'll replace it. No questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Schwab tires. I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
I was hanging out with the former Grizzly, Jared Pike, the Salt Lake City native, who was an assistant coach for the Grizzlies 2 years ago. He's doing well. Utah leads 3-2 after 2 periods. A lot of action in the NHL, although the 2 teams we probably follow the closest are not in action today. Colorado is off today. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate will take on Seattle tomorrow evening. And the Utah Hockey Club is off today. Tomorrow they will have a 3 o'clock home game against the Anaheim Ducks. That's the first time that Anaheim will visit the Salt Lake Valley in regular season competition. The Anaheim Ducks, so far this season, have a record of 12-15-4. And they're the answer to the trivia question as to who was the Grizzlies NHL affiliate before the Colorado Avalanche. It was the Anaheim Ducks. The Grizzlies are in their 7th season as an affiliate with the Colorado Avalanche. The NHL action going on tonight. Let's see, there's quite a few games here this evening, although we mentioned the 2 teams we probably follow the closest are not in action. Many of the games have gone final. Boston defeats Buffalo 3-1. Winnipeg shuts out Minnesota 5-0. Looks like Minnesota slowed down a little bit over the last couple weeks. In overtime, the Flyers defeat the Blue Jackets 5-4. Owen Tippett got the overtime game winner, 3:30 in. Montreal defeats Detroit 5-1 in a battle of original 6 clubs. New Jersey shuts out Pittsburgh 3-0. In overtime, Edmonton gets a 3-2 win over San Jose. Islanders get a win over the Maple Leafs 6-3. Flames defeat the Blackhawks 6-4. In overtime, Nashville defeats Los Angeles 3-2. After 1 period, the Vegas Golden Knights are the NHL affiliate of the Tahoe Night Monsters. Vegas leads Seattle 3-1. And also after 1 period, Ottawa and Vancouver are tied at 2. College football playoffs, or as Jim Mora would say, playoffs. Games have gone final. Penn State defeats SMU 38-10. And for those of you, those that don't know the reference with Jim Mora, probably thought it was nuts there. Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. Texas defeats Clemson 38-24. And early 4th quarter, Ohio State at home leads Tennessee 33-10. So Ohio State, who lost to Michigan a month ago, looks like they're rebounding nicely. They've got the ball 3rd and 1 at the Tennessee 30, looking to drive again. And Ohio State leads Tennessee 35-10. When we come back, we will go over some stats of the first 2 periods. And we'll also have 3rd period action. One NBA score, the Utah Jazz get a victory, 105-94 over the Brooklyn Nets. 2 NFL scores. Chiefs defeat the Texans 27-19. Chiefs are now 14-1 this season. Texans are 9-6. Baltimore defeats Pittsburgh 34-17. Both the Ravens and Steelers are now 10-5 on the year. When we come back, we'll talk some hockey and go over some stats of the first 2 periods. Utah leads Tahoe 3-2. This is the intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. I promise I used to do that Jim Moore impersonation a lot better back in the day than I do now with the playoffs. But after 2 periods, let's go over some of the stats. Grizzlies have 7 scoring chances among the 16 shots they've taken. Tahoe has 8 scoring chances among the 15 shots. Grizzlies have done a good job burying their chances here this week. As obviously 3 of those 7 scoring chances have found the back of the net. The face-off battle's been pretty close to even. Tahoe has a slight edge 23-20. Power play shots. Grizzlies have 1. Tahoe has 3. Shorthanded shots, both have 1. And right now that's the difference in the game as the Grizzlies scored on a shorthanded shot by Neil Shea. Shea, this is his 9th game with the Grizzlies. He had spent over a month in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles. And Shea has a goal in 7 of his 9 games. Grizzlies have 15 hits through 2 periods. Tahoe has 13. Grizzlies have 10 giveaways through 2 periods. Tahoe has 13. The Grizzlies' defensive pressure on Tahoe has really paid dividends. Grizzlies, and that's part of what led to Neil Shea getting the goal shorthanded late in the second period. It was just that extra effort. We'll see if the Grizzlies have it here in the 3rd period. Tahoe has been an outstanding 3rd period club. We've mentioned that a few times. The Night Monsters lead the league in 3rd period goals with 39 on the season. And Tahoe has actually been a pretty good defensive club in the 3rd period. They have outscored opponents 39-24 in the 3rd periods. So the Grizzlies are going to have their work cut out for them. But Utah is 4-2 when leading after 2 periods. Grizzlies have done a good job protecting leads this season. We'll see if the Grizzlies can complete the victory, hold on to the 3-2 lead, maybe add on to it. And if the Grizzlies do get a win, they will pick up 5 out of 6 standings points for the week, which would certainly be big because they got Rapid City here in town next week for a 2-game series. So the Grizzlies looking to climb back into the playoff picture, and it starts here at home. And they're looking for a victory against a really tough Tahoe Night Monsters team. They have some outstanding forwards, and they've got 2 good goaltenders in Jesper Vikman and Jordan Paperny, who's getting the start tonight. We'll come back in 1 minute and have 3rd period action. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson White. And don't forget, I believe the bidding on those game-worn jerseys ends at 9:30. So you got 22 minutes to bid on those ugly sweater-themed specialty jerseys, which the ugly sweaters are actually beautiful sweaters the Grizzlies are wearing tonight. And you can bid on those jerseys. You can get a Neil Shea jersey. Obviously, he scored that shorthanded goal late in the second period. You can also get a Gianni Fairbrother jersey. He scored a goal in the specialty jersey. And remember, that's also got the Captain C, which might be of some significance. Everybody loves a goaltender. You can get a Vinny Duplessis jersey or a Jake Barczewski jersey, possibly. I don't know. Derek Dashke would be a good choice. Maybe Keaton Mastrodonato. There's a lot of great options there for jerseys that you can bid on the Dash Auction app. I am looking for somebody to give me $500, maybe $600 so I can get one of those specialty jerseys. I'm not sure which player I'd get. Probably a Gianni Fairbrother. Tahoe will start the third period with a 30-second power play. Remember, the Grizzlies did score shorthanded with Neil Shea, 19:26 in, but Tahoe will be on the man advantage for the first 30 seconds of this third period. Draw one by Logan Nelson, the Night Monsters. Tahoe skates from left to right as we see it from high top section 114. Grizzlies from right to left. Tahoe over the line. Adam over to Loggins. Right side shot. See, rebound shot goes across the crease and not out. That shot was taken by Logan Nelson, and he's unhappy with himself. He had a good look to tie the game. Utah leads 3-2. Tahoe races into the attack zone. Murphy with great speed. He's to the left side, trying to center to Nelson. It bounced off a stick. 2 seconds left in the power play. Newell fumbles the puck in the right corner. Nilsson comes out of the box, and Andrew Nilsson will skate towards the bench. Grizzlies, Brian Hume knocks it ahead, looking for Briley Wood. It got redirected by the stick of Jake McGrew, who's got 2 assists tonight for Tahoe. Night Monsters, 45 seconds into the third period. They spread the ice as Tahoe will pitch it off the far boards to Sloan Stanek, one of the best rookies in the league. Stanek over the line, 61 WHL goals over the last 2 years. He gets taken away by Lebster. Grizzlies over the attack line. Wood will one-hand it towards the right corner for Fonstad. Now Lebster, he gets it jabbed away as Tahoe runs after the loose puck. McGrew gets it. Cross-country pass. Bounced off the boards to Stanek. Stanek will shuffle towards the right circle, take a lefty shot that goes wide. McGrew will kick it to the high slot for Kapchek, who didn't get much on a one-time attempt. Grizzlies over the offensive line. They drop it off. Fonstad tried to lay it for Wood. Puck bounces. Now Wood gets it. He battles with Hughes. They'll feed it to the right corner. Grizzlies will saucer it off the near boards to Fairbrother. One-timer goes high and wide and out of play off the protective netting. 18:28 left in the third, and the draws give me the Tahoe zone. Grizzlies trivia question tonight. Over the last 6 teddy bear toss games, how many goals have the Grizzlies scored in those 6 games combined? We'll give you the answer here in a couple minutes, as long as I can remember to give you the answer. Utah is 4-2 over the last 6 teddy bear toss nights. Remember, the Grizzlies did have 7 goals on teddy bear toss night last season, December 9th of 2023. Tahoe wins the draw. They'll bounce the puck off the near glass. Fairbrother will pitch ahead towards Messner, glance off at his stick. Tahoe will backhand it in. Duplessis will spin it over to Fairbrother. He tried to get it to Messner. It's wide of the mark. Tahoe gets to Calanese in the right point, over to Robbins. He'll skeet towards the right point, fires a righty shot that's blocked away by Fairbrother's stick. Messner will skip it back into Tahoe ice. Run down with good speed by Nate Callum. Pitches ahead, but the Grizzlies glance it back deeper in the Tahoe zone. Robbins gets it. He's a speedy, shorter player. He crosses center ice, wearing number 17, and he'll backhand it in. Duplessis behind his net. Will slide it towards Dashke, who feeds it back to Yoon behind Utah's net. 17:42 and counting left in the third. Utah leads 3-2. Yoon behind Utah's net, directing traffic. Dashke will cut towards his right. Dashke wants the puck. Yoon will slide it towards Armstrong. It glances off a stick. It flies to Armstrong, who gets it in the left wing across the center ice as he tried to force his way past Loggins. Puck taken away by Christensen. Blake Christensen skates towards the right corner. Now he stops, reverses back towards the right point. He gets held up to by Yoon along the near boards. Puck goes to Loggins, who races after the puck in the far point. Loggins fires towards the net. It goes wide. Loggins gets held up near the boards, near Utah's bench. As action continues near Utah's bench, now both teams break free. Grizzlies skate in with numbers. Dashke skates down the middle. He'll feed it to his right. One-timer, swung and missed by Cade Nilsson. He'll push it back up top to Dashke. Dashke gets it across, it glanced off a stick and flies towards Cal Kafuk. Kafuk will lift it over the head of Loggins. Puck got redirected somehow. Grizzlies get it with Cody Corbett. Corbett in his 200th ECHL game gets it across to Shearer, and he'll ricochet the puck off the far boards. Puck ended up in neutral ice. Tahoe carried it back in. They're offside. 16:35 left in the third. All right, you've had some time to think about it. How many goals have the Grizzlies scored over their last 6 teddy bear toss nights? The answer is 28. 28 goals over the last 6 teddy bear toss nights. Grizzlies have 3 here tonight. So Utah averaging close to 5 goals per game recently in teddy bear toss nights. Draw one by Utah goes past Fairbrother. Cal Kafuk, he gets rammed into by Fairbrother as Kafuk will throw it back towards the end boards. Webster pushes Newell. Newell strong with the puck as he will skate back towards the left point. Newell throws to the spot he vacated. Logan Nelson, who's a great passer, will tap it off the stick of a Grizzly. Utah will lift it out to center ice. Puck wobbles towards the Tahoe line. Kapchek pitches ahead to Nelson. Logan Nelson, right side. He's along the near boards. He'll skip one on to Duplessis, who gets it on one bounce to the ice, and he holds on to it. As the whistle blows with 16:06 left in the third. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Vinny Duplessis has been solid here tonight. Not a ton of shots on either side. Both teams defensively seem to be on point. And obviously, with this being the sixth consecutive game between the clubs, both teams know each other inside and out. Hughes will take the draw for Tahoe against Luke Manning. Grizzlies win the draw. They'll pitch it over to Lebster. He crosses center ice. Actually, it was Fonstad that took the face off. The linesman was in the way, so I couldn't see who it was. Tabakin, right corner in his own zone. Spins it ahead. Grizzlies over in the right corner. Wood in the area. Puck is slugged towards Wood. He'll skate after it. Behind the net, he gathers the puck. Wood has an assist tonight. He'll skate back towards the right wing boards. He'll one-handed over to Andrew Nelson. He'll take a shot that's blocked. Fairbrother near goal line, trying to center it, and it's bounced off the stick of Tabakin. Grizzlies hustle after the loose puck. Utah feeds up top to Fonstad. Fonstad dance around the left side. He gets around McGrew. Now to the right side, Andrew Nelson. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Paperny. He holds on. Andrew Nelson still looking for his first goal of the season. He was denied by Paperny with 15:25 left in the third. Draw's going to be back in the Tahoe zone. Fans having a good time here on Teddy Bear Toss night, an ugly sweater night. Saw a few ugly sweaters in the stands, although it looks like most of the fans have decided to wear kind of normal-looking attire. Unfortunately, some people are wearing ugly sweaters without necessarily trying to wear ugly sweaters. It's all right. Fashion comes in and out. I guess those ugly sweaters will be back in fashion soon. Tahoe wins the draw. They'll clear it back into the Grizzlies zone. Yoon slides one to Dashke. Dashke will loft a prayer towards center ice. It's batted by Murphy. Murphy skates in right side. Puck is shuffled away from him out to neutral ice. Tahoe fires it back in. Duplessis has a glance off his stick. Dashke will roll the puck along towards the far boards. Fitz will lift it high into the air. It bounced off the video board. And the faceoff's going to come back into the Grizzlies zone. So Fitz puts a dent into the video board at center ice as he tried to fly one towards the heavens. So draw's going to come to the left circle of the Grizzlies zone. There's 14:58 left in the third period. Utah still leads 3-2. Eighth meeting between the clubs. Tahoe wins the draw. They're over on the left side. Grizzlies jam it away towards the point. Jake Johnson, left point, lefty shots blocked away by Duplessis. Dashko bounces towards the middle of the ice. Loggins with a shot, and he fires it wide. Loggins leaps in the air. Puck over his head. Now Messner, he will wobble one towards Paperny. Paperny will get it on one hop of the ice. Grizzlies make a line change. Tahoe races across center ice. Luke Adam will sky one on to Duplessis. It bounces off the end boards. Directly off the air. Out of the air, maybe, as Armstrong towards the Tahoe line. We'll be all right. We're having a good time here on a Saturday. Armstrong over the line, splits a double team. He gets back checked. Cat check took the puck away from him. Now to the right side, one-timer, and a swing and a miss. Grizzlies get it back in Fairbrother as Utah gets held up by Cholach behind Tahoe's net. Big-time hit over in the near corner. Puck is taken by Logan Nelson. He'll cross center ice. He gets around Nielsen. Logan Nelson will drop it. Left side, lefty shot. That's blocked away. Play starting to get physical here. Maybe as physical as we've seen all series. Cade Nielsen will wobble one on to Paperny. He gets on one hop of the ice, and he'll scoop it ahead to keep the play alive. As Tahoe, left wing. Kafuk will dump it in. Duplessis behind his net in his ugly sweater will push it back to Nielsen. Now across to Fairbrother. Over to Shea. Will backhand it ahead. Puck is lunged to by Manning. Manning gets it. Skates around Callan, looking for a backhand shot that goes wide. He actually didn't get much on it. Fairbrother, left side shot. Saved by Paperny in the butterfly position. Puck goes back to Fairbrother across to Nielsen. Nielsen throws it towards the net. And it's blocked away. Puck goes out to neutral ice. Nielsen to Fairbrother along the near boards. And he will saucer it off the end glass. Tabakin will roll it ahead. Taking it's Luke Manning. He's had a good shift. He's played well this week. Manning gets hit. He gets double teamed. Hughes spins him around. Puck goes to the right point. Nielsen feeds to the high slot for Shea. Shea swirls around, bounces it towards the net, looking for Masher Donato. It's cut off by Tabakin. He'll move it ahead, 2-on-1. Tahoe in the offensive zone. Skating in, Stanek will take a shot, and he scores. Sloan Stanek gets his second of the game and 14th of the season. Tahoe had a 2-on-1. They could have done anything they wanted to. Stanek called his own number, and he fired it past Duplessis, and Stanek taunts the Grizzlies fans by tapping his stick along the glass over on the far side. Stanek trying to quiet some of the Maverik Center crowd that was sitting near the Grizzlies bench. As Nod Man break ties it for the Night Monsters with 12:45 left in the third. Yesterday, Jet Jones and Simone Pinard, two of Tahoe's best forwards, were called up to the American Hockey League. Sloan Stanek probably deserves a call-up of his own right. He's got an AHL contract with Henderson. Stanek with the goal, the assist to Nate Cowan and Brandon Tabakin, two defensemen with the assist. Grizzlies racing to the offensive zone. They skate around Paperny's net to the far side. Tahoe reverses the puck back to the left point. Dashke throws to Fonstad. One-timer. Bouncing puck near Paperny as it was blocked 10 feet in front of him. It's gathered by Matt Murphy. Murphy moves the puck ahead about 20 feet. Tahoe over the offensive line, left side. They fire towards the net. And the puck is blocked by Yoon's stick. Cholach over in the left corner gets hit by Yoon. Artur Cholach will throw it back to the corner he vacated. As the Night Monsters, Adam Pitters left side. He'll spin it along the boards. Cap check. He gets hit by Webster. Taking the puck is Dashke behind Utah's net. Dashke will force one to Yoon. Yoon gets blasted by Pitters. Luckily, Yoon was able to keep his balance. Dashke skates down Broadway. He'll drop it to Fonstad over the offensive line. Fonstad trying to center it. It's blocked away by Loggins' stick. Troy Loggins will saucer it towards Christensen. It's picked off by Fitz. He'll drive it back in. Paperny behind his net. We'll lay it for a defenseman. They get the cap check. Cap check. Head to center ice to Christensen. As Christensen will pitchfork it in. As Corbett will slide it between Tahoe's defensive unit. And it goes all the way down for an icing. The whistle blows with 11:22 left in the third. Stanek's tying goal was scored 7:15 in, with the assist going to Brandon Tabakin and Nate Cowan. So Stanek, he's probably going to be a star of the game regardless of who wins with his 2 goals. Stanek has contributed to all 3 of Tahoe's goals tonight as he has 2 goals and 1 assist. Ryan Knaswich is chilling with my Snowmies ugly sweater. 3rd year he's worn that. He is 2-0 when wearing that sweater. Grizzlies ice the puck again. And off the drop. 11:15 left in the third. After 2 periods, the face-off battle was pretty close to even, with Tahoe holding a 23-22 edge. Ryan Knaswich chilling with my Snowbies. Christian Horn's got like 4 or 5 different. He's got like 4 or 5 different colors on his ugly sweater. It's hard to really describe it. There's black, red, light blue. There's a lot of things going on with that sweater. Draw one by Tahoe. They're in the offensive zone, skating from left to right. Logan Nelson gets thrown into the boards as the puck ends up out of play. 11:06 left in the third period. There's a timeout on the ice. Sloan Stanek has 2 goals and 1 assist. He tied it up 7:15 in. As it's the Night Monsters 3 and the Grizzlies 3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Having a good time here at Maverik Center. 11 minutes and 6 seconds are left in regulation as we're tied at 3. Neil Shea has 1 goal and 1 assist. Johnny Fairbrother scored the Teddy Bear toss goal. The goal that was scored by Sloan Stanek 7:15 in ended a stretch where the Grizzlies scored 3 unanswered. Tahoe wins the draw. They're in the offensive zone. Nate Callan dances around to the right corner. Now he skates back towards the right point. He'll drop it for Newell. As Newell gets it towards Tabakin, who backhands it towards Callan. Corbett in the area. Corbett tried to one-hand it towards the back of Utah's net. Puck goes to Cal Kafuk. He'll skip it across left side. Tabakin fires towards the net. Nelson lunges towards Duplessis, but the puck ends up in the right corner. Corbett dance around Messner, knocked down. Cal Kafuk of Tahoe. No icing as the Grizzlies reshuffle the deck to get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Tahoe will race out to neutralize. Skating against Callan, right side. He dangles the puck, skates towards the corners. He's being shadowed by Fairbrother. Over towards Hughes. He swings and didn't get much on it. Now Hughes, he's on the right side, back checked by Fairbrother, takes the puck away from him. Actually, it's Cade Nilsson, number 27. He tried to loft one ahead towards Gallant. Puck bounces like a basketball towards Andrew Nilsson. He lets it go. Stanek, he's on hat trick watch, 2 goals tonight. Stanek over in the right corner. He gets a good hip check from Gallant as Stanek goes down. As Grizzlies behind their nets, Cade Nilsson gets double teamed. Stanek gets tripped up by Nilsson, and I'm surprised the call wasn't made as the referee is looking right at it. Stanek was trying to buy a penalty, but there was no purchase. Tahoe back in their own zone, skating from left to right. McGrew will drop it to a defenseman. It's Jake Johnson, who fake moving it ahead, instead slides it horizontally. As long-range pass from Murphy, trying to get to Stanek. Stanek got a stick lifted by Dashke. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Yoon dances around behind Duplessis' net. He'll drop it for Dashke. 9:28 and counting left in the third. So we're tied at 3. Dashke moves to his right for Yoon. Yoon gets the new trice. Blue line to blue line pass is a one-time tap off of Mastrodonato. Stick deep in the Tahoe zone. As Pitters will bounce it off of Mastrodonato. Pitters gets back. He's got good speed. 3-on-2. Tahoe over the attack line. Pitters left side. He'll take a lefty shot. That's blocked by Yoon. Pitters gets it back. Shot saved by Duplessis. Pitters around the net. Cap check. He's on the right side. Cap check. We'll throw it behind Utah's net. Pitters gets double teamed by Dashke and Yoon. Dashke boxes out Pitters. Taking the puck is Nilsson. He tried to shuffleboard it ahead as he was looking for Manning. Now another Grizzly gets it. Dashke ices it. And the whistle blows with 8:47 left in the third. Looks like we have a number on the teddy bear toss. 5,390 teddy bears. A new team record. 5,390 teddy bears, by far shattering the old record, which was, I believe, 3,631. So new teddy bear toss record, 5,390 teddy bears tossed on the Maverik Center ice. So we got a great crowd, probably the biggest crowd all regular season here for the Grizzlies. As puck ends up in the right corner, action in the Grizzlies zone. Tahoe tries to spin one out in front. Pass goes all the way towards the high slot. Mastrodonato gets it to Shea. Shea back towards Mastrodonato. One-time tap off his stick goes just wide as Mastrodonato was being held onto like a cheap suit on his right side. Tahoe over the line. Christensen right side. He tries to feed it out in front. It glanced off the skate. Grizzlies to the right side. Push it out to neutralize. Cal Kafuk make that. Murphy has the puck. He will ricochet the puck off the near boards. It's gathered by Corbett, who's played a good game. He will loft a long-distance flight out to center ice. Pass goes towards Johnson. He'll gather the puck. He'll slide it to Murphy. Murphy at center ice will whip it around the boards. Corbett gets a stick lifted by Newell. Puck to the right point. Nelson trying to get it towards Newell as Corbett challenged him. Now to the left wing. Murphy reverses the puck back to the right side. Loose puck taken by Utah. And Reed Lebster will shovel it out to center ice. Johnson, soccer style, kicks it out to Nelson. Logan Nelson splits the double team. Puck ends up in the left corner. Nelson gets it back. He centered it out in front to Kafuk. It goes between his legs and all the way down to the Tahoe zone. 7:33 and counting left in the third. As we're tied at 3. Looking for Kafuk. He got a piece of it. Fairbrother races deep into the Grizzly zone. He moves to Lebster. Reed Lebster wearing number 17. Gets to center ice. He'll cross center, left wing, and he'll dump it in. Paperny will reverse back towards the left wing boards. Fairbrother spins it around. Grizzlies couldn't reach it. Neither Fitz or Dashke. Dashke through the snow. Wearing an ugly sweater, number 5 jersey. He'll throw it to the right side. Puck flips high into the air. Goes over the head of Logan Gruel at center ice. Cap check. Collides with Aragon. Aragon throws down cap check. Puck in the near corner of the Tahoe zone. Play getting spirited as Aaron Aragon with a lot of effort. Right wing pass connects to Hughes. He steps over the offensive line, right side. Lofts one out in front to McGrew. Skate in. He runs into Duplessis. No goal as the puck ended up crossing the goal line. McGrew just ran into Duplessis, and play starts to get very spirited behind Utah's net. Duplessis, is he okay? He's being checked on. as he just got rammed into by Jake McGrew. Duplessis checking to make sure he's okay. McGrew and Andrew Nilsson exchange some words. Some real pushing out in front behind the net with Aaron Aragon and Kapchek. Aaron Aragon with a very spirited shift as he delivered 2 or 3 really good hits. Kapchek and Aragon, do they want to drop the gloves? Aragon wants to. Kapchek doesn't seem to want to, though. Kapchek and Aragon exchanging some words. Nobody seemed to really go after Jake McGrew. Fairbrother yelling at the referee. McGrew's going to get a penalty for goaltender interference. There's no doubt about it. Puck ended up crossing the goal line. No goal as Aragon and McGrew yelled at each other in the penalty box. It looks like Kapchek's going in as well. They're tied at 3 with 6:44 left in the third period. 2 Night Monsters are in the box, and it looks like just 1 Grizzly. As Hughes was on the right side, McGrew was cutting towards the net with a great rate of speed. McGrew just got too close to Duplessis. He tried to move to his left and leap over Duplessis. Puck ended up crossing the goal line. No goal on the play as McGrew ran into Duplessis. And then Callan, as he was skating towards the pile behind the net, he blew a tire as he tripped over a stick. And let's see, it looks like Fairbrother's in the box with Aragon. So I'm not sure if either team's going to get a power play, as there's 2 Night Monsters and 2 Grizzlies both in the box. Actually, Fairbrother now leaves the penalty box, and he has some words for McGrew. The 2 captains, Luke Adam for Tahoe and Gianni Fairbrother, are talking with Logan Gould, the referee. Duplessis looks like he's okay. He had to kind of skate for a little bit to make sure he had all his pieces together. Masha Donato talking things over with Sloan Stanek. Stanek skates in front of the Utah bench. McGrew gets 2 minutes, and I think there's going to be matching minors with the Kapchek and Aragon. So Grizzlies should get a power play. This is a good time for Ryan Kanasowicz and Christian Horn to use this kind of as a timeout. Tahoe's kind of doing the same thing to try to set things up. Grizzlies setting up their power play, and Tahoe's setting up the penalty kill. The Night Monsters' penalty kill has been outstanding this year. They came into play with the penalty kill of 86.8%. So it looks like McGrew gets 2 minutes for goaltender interference, and Aragon and Kapchek each get 2 for roughing. Times of all the penalties were 13-16 into the third period. There's 6:44 left. We're tied at 3. Utah had a 3-2 lead after 2 periods. Sloan Stanek tied it up 7:15 into the third. Draws in the left circle. Offensive zone for the Grizzlies. Utah wins the draw. Dashke will skip it to the right side for Mastro. Back to Dashke. Over to Shays on the left side. Takes a lefty shot. That's blocked by Murphy. Puck to the corner. Shea gets the loose puck. He skates around Tahoe's net to the far side. Back to Mastro Donato over Shea. Dance around in the right corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left in the period. Shea to Mastro Donato across to Dashke. He'll feed it back to Mastro Donato. Right side over to Dashke. Dashke over to Mastro, who fakes a one-timer. The Maestro, he will slide it over to Shea. He's on the right side. Shea dances around. He's in the right corner. He surveys. He'll get it back to Dashke. Dashke will slide it over to Shea. Shea across to Mastro Donato. One-timer. He didn't get much on it as it wobbles towards the end boards. Tahoe spins to the near side. Dashke couldn't keep it in as he will race after it. He gets the loose puck in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. Tahoe makes a full line change. Manning steps over the line left side. Puck stayed in the zone for Shea, who spins it to the right side. Mastro gets it towards Messner, gets a stick lefted. Now Messner to Dashke across to Shea. Puck was wobbling. Shea was able to corral it and hold on and comfort it. Shea left side shot and score! Neil Shea gets his second of the night, and the Grizzlies have taken a 4-3 lead. Oh, this Maverik Center crowd's fired up as Neil Shea was all alone on the left side, and he just roofed it over Paperny. What a game we've had here at Maverik Center. Puck just kind of wobbled towards Shea, and then Tahoe kind of left him open. Shea just skated towards the left circle, and he fired it over the right shoulder of Jordan Paperny. Shea with his second goal of the night. Nick Messner and Derek Dashke get the assist. Tahoe wins the draw, and they'll throw it back into the Grizzlies zone. Fairbrother gets pushed. Christensen will fire towards the net, saved by Duplessis, and he'll clear it towards the near wing boards. As Grizzlies get it with Nielsen, as Grizzlies will lift the puck over Fonstad's stick. Grizzlies get it back at their line from Tahoe. Fairbrother over towards Lepster. Lepster gets around Loggins, gets towards center ice. His pass to Wood connects over to Lepster, right side. Lepster dances around in the right wing, trying to get it towards Wood, but Lepster had a glance off his stick. He's able to corral it. Now Yoon high slot, shot is blocked. Puck goes back to Yoon. He's in the left wing. Loggins limping a little bit. He blocked the shot. Yoon fires towards the net, and that's blocked again, this time by the Night Monsters' Jake Johnson. Crossing center ice and bouncing it off the stanchion as the puck will hip it out towards Duplessis. Then he will move it towards his left. Grizzlies' Briley Wood over to Lepster. He'll feed it to Messner, right side. 4.5 minutes left. Messner muscles his way towards the right corner. He gets held up by Callan. Tahoe will loft to prayer out to center ice. Getting it and skating around is Patrick Newell. He'll skate in. He'll take a shot, and he missed the net. It's going to be a penalty on Utah as Grizzlies can't believe it. Newell tried to go around two Grizzlies and get a shot off on Duplessis, and it's going to be a penalty on the Grizz. 4:21 left in the third period. Utah leads Tahoe 4-3. We'll come back as Tahoe will have a power play. We'll find out how this one ends on the other side as Brian Yoon goes to the box for 2 minutes. It's the Grizzlies 4 and the Night Monsters 3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitter.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Brian Yoon gets 2 minutes for hooking. 15:39 into the third period. Smoke him if you got him. 4:21 left in the third. Utah leads 4-3 as Nil Shea has 2 goals. And Sloan Stanek for Tahoe has 2 goals and 1 assist. Draw on the right circles, one by Tahoe. Adam over to Murphy. Now to Loggins, the right side. Loggins centers it. Tahoe back in. Shot saved by Duplessis. Shot was taken by Newell. Newell gets it back, feeds it to Loggins. He's in the right point. Loggins over to Newell. Newell dances around. About 4 minutes left in regulation. He'll get it to Murphy. Back to Loggins. Right side. Back to Newell or Murphy. Over to Loggins. He's on the right side. Loggins. He skates towards the high slot. He'll slide it to the right side for Logan Nelson. Nelson gets to the near goal line for Adam. He tried to feed it out in front to Newell. Grizzlies get it, and they clear it all the way out. Tahoe resets. We'll filter some players on and off the ice. Night Monsters move it to the left side. It's jabbed away by Gallant, and it flies out of play into the Grizzlies bench. Ryan Kanasowicz, the Grizzlies zone. The Grizzlies coach will flip it over the glass, and a fan in row 1 behind him comes away with a souvenir. The fans see themselves on the video board as they come away with a souvenir frozen vulcanized rubber disc. Draw one by the Night Monsters. Kapchek gets towards Christensen, back to Kapchek. He'll step over the line. He'll backhand it to McGrew. Feeds to the right circle. Fairbrother jams it away from Christensen. Fairbrother and Gallant. Gallant goes down. McGrew, who's got 2 assists tonight, gets it to Kapchek. He dances around. He's now in the high slot. Kapchek over to Christensen, who's wearing number 81. Back to Kapchek, who fakes a one-timer. He gets it back to Christensen. Tahoe working the puck around pretty well. Now behind the net, Barrick Hughes will move it to the left side. 3 minutes left. Tahoe patient with their approach. Sloan Stanek, 2 goals tonight. Skates to the near goal line. Stanek, he's now in the slot. Stanek skates towards his left to push it back to Christensen. One-timer, kick saved by Duplessis. Rebound shot saved by Duplessis again. Fairbrother tried to one-hand it out, guided to a Grizzly, and Utah clears it out. Boy, Vinny Duplessis has been a brick wall here in the third period, as Fairbrother gives him a thumbs up on two great saves. 12 seconds left in the power play. Tahoe back in. Adam dropped it for Loggins. He couldn't reach it. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Brian Yoon itching to come out of the penalty box, and he's out right now. Successful penalty kill by the Grizzlies. Utah takes it away. They'll move it ahead. Yoon skates to the right side. Slap shot, he scores! Brian Yoon fired a slap shot from the right wing, and the Grizzlies extend the lead. It's now 5-3. What a play by Brian Yoon. He came out of the penalty box, collected a pass just outside the Tahoe line, skated in with speed to the right circle, and he just fired it over Paperny. You're talking about difference maker on this club. It's Brian Yoon, who's been involved and on the ice in every Grizzlies win this season. And Tahoe calls their timeout as they are stunned as the Grizzlies have rocked their world here in the third period with goals from Neil Shea and Brian Yoon, as he just fired an old school slap shot past Paperny. Brian Yoon now has 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Keaton Mastrodonado picked up the assists. Tahoe calls their timeout as the Grizzlies are up 5-3. As Utah is looking to win 2 out of 3 games in this series and pick up 5 out of 6 points. And the Grizzlies are fired up. Remember, Tahoe late in the third period last night scored 2 goals in a 20-second stretch. They're the leading goal-scoring team in the league, so obviously they're going to come at all angles. The Grizzlies are going to have to earn the victory. The net is empty on a center ice faceoff. Tahoe's net is empty with 2:14 left. Utah's up 5-3. Remember, the Grizzlies scored an empty netter towards the end of last night's game to win 6-3. Draw one by Tahoe. It's Night Monsters will set up skating from left to right. 5-3 Grizzlies. Utah has 5 goals on 21 shots. Tahoe crosses center ice, and they'll bounce it off the end board, the end glass. Grizzlies to the right side. Get to Fonstad. He will zip it towards center ice. Puck will wobble towards the right corner. Utah's going to get called for icing as there's 1 minute and 49 seconds. Now time continues to roll off. They're going to have to reset the clock as there should be about 1:50 left in the third period. Neil Shea, right now, would be the game winner. He scored 14-23 in. Grizzlies with a very successful penalty kill. And then coming right out of the box, Mastrodonado got it to Yoon, who skated towards the right side before scoring to make it 5-3. Yoon's goal was scored 17:46 into the third. Tahoe left side skating in, shot and a score. As Night Monsters had a centering pass come through, Luke Adams shoveled the puck towards the net. And it's now a 5-4 game with 1:42 left in regulation. Night Monsters are a team that won't quit. They got the puck to the far goal line. Fed it off a skate. It bounced off a Brian Yoon skate. As they were looking to get it to Luke Adams at the near goal line, it bounced off the Yoon skate and into the back of Utah's net. So center ice draw. Paperny's in there right now with 1:42 left as it's a 5-4 game. Draw at center ice is won by Tahoe. Smoke him if you got him. As we got a barn burner here on the Teddy Bear Toss night, an ugly sweater evening. Tahoe, Murphy zips one out to Stanek. It flies off the stick and it goes out of play with 1:29 left in the third. Hopefully everybody's having a fun one. Tahoe did use their timeout about a minute ago. Draw's going to be at neutral ice near the Grizzlies bench. This is the time of game where you know who the coaches trust the most. Luke Adam, the former NHLer with Buffalo and Columbus, will take the draw for the Grizzlies. It is Gallant taking the face-off. It goes to center ice. Net is empty once again. Tahoe back at neutral ice. Tahoe's net is empty. Stanek moves it to the right side. Fairbrother clears it back to center. Murphy will get it to McGrew. He's got 2 assists tonight. He'll move it to his right. McGrew did score the goal. Puck bounced off a stanchion, hits the side of the net. Grizzlies roll it to the near side. Shea fires towards the net, and he scores! Toss those hats on the ice as Neil Shea gets his 3rd of the game. And the Grizzlies put this baby in the refrigerator as Utah takes a 6-4 lead. Shea with the late second period goal. Then he added 2 third period goals. He gets the Grizzlies' first hat trick of the season. And Utah gets a 2-goal lead back. And oddly enough, no hats were thrown on the ice. It's 6-4 Grizzlies. Paperny's back in there. Neil Shea with the goal. Fairbrother with the assist. Shea gets Utah's first hat trick of the season. He should be the number 1 star. Fairbrother over to Gallant. Paperny's in there. Gallant ices the puck. The whistle blows with 43.7 seconds left in the third. Did the hat trick tradition end somehow? I remember Tahoe had a hat trick last Sunday. I didn't see any hats on the ice. I'm surprised there weren't 5 or 6 fans that noticed that Shea scored his 3rd of the game. I'm surprised there weren't any hats being thrown on the ice. As we had teddy bears in the first period when Gianni Fairbrother scored. 3rd straight game where the Grizzlies have scored 6 goals. Utah will lift one into the Tahoe zone. Cholach back in his own end. He gets pushed in the back by Gallant. Gallant tried to feather it out in front. It's retaken away by Cholach. 30 seconds left. Utah leads 6-4. Tahoe ices the puck. Fairbrother will charge after it, and icing is on Tahoe with 24.1 seconds left. So Grizzlies are going to win 2 out of 3 games in this series and pick up 5 out of 6 standings points. And after breaking the 14-game losing streak last night, it looks like the Grizzlies are back on track. Neil Shea with 3 goals, 2 of them coming in the third period. Looks like Brian Yoon's goal will turn out to be the game winner unless Tahoe scores again. Dylan Fitz has the puck in the high slot. He'll get it to Corbett. Corbett fires towards the net in his 200th ECHL game. His stick breaks. He'll get a new one from Jackson Hibbard, the equipment manager. As Corbett's shift continues, 10 seconds left. Fans start coming to their feet. A great effort here tonight. Tahoe's offside as Dylan Fitz held his ground at the Utah line. 7.2 seconds are left in the regulation. The Grizzlies with an offensive explosion this week. 6 goals in all 3 games in this series. Frisbee's got the flag ready to come on the ice after this victory. And they have done it against a good Tahoe Night Monsters team. Utah wins the draw. Corbett will throw it around Utah's net, and that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 6-4, and there is no doubt about it. As Neil Shea gets Utah's first hat trick of the season. Grizzlies got a goal and 2 assists from Gianni Fairbrother. Brian Yoon scored what turned out to be the game winner. 17:46 into the third period. He ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. And the Grizzlies are back on track as they pick up 5 out of 6 standings points in the series. And Utah gets their 7th win of the season. As on Teddy Bear Toss night, as a team record 5,390 teddy bears were thrown on the Maverik Center ice. Everybody goes home happy as the Grizzlies have now won 2 in a row, and they will look for their 3rd straight win on Friday night here on home ice against Rapid City. The Grizzlies salute this great crowd here at Maverik Center. The largest home crowd of the regular season sees a victory here tonight as the Utah Grizzlies get an outstanding performance from Neil Shea. As Shea, Dashke, Yoon, Fairbrother all played outstanding. And what can you say about Neil Shea? He ended the night with 3 goals and 1 assist. We'll come back and have the 3 stars of the game as well as the post-game report. Once again, here at Maverik Center, the Utah Grizzlies get 3 goals and 1 assist from Neil Shea. Yoon and Fairbrother outstanding. A season-high 6,893 fans were here at Maverik Center as Utah Grizzlies defeat the Tahoe Night Monsters 6-4. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's a Grizzlies victory tonight. Johnny Fairbrother's the 3rd star of the game. He scored the teddy bear toss goal. He added a key assist on Neil Shea's empty netter, 18:53, and that was with a 1-goal game at Tahoe. Really put together a good effort to try to climb back into it. The number 2 star is Brian Yoon. He got the game winner. He had 1 goal and 1 assist. He had 2 shots. He was a +1. The Grizzlies are now 7-4-2 in games that Brian Yoon has played in. We'll let you do the math as to what the Grizzlies' record is when he doesn't play. The 1st star of the game, it might be the first time in team history that a guy gets a hat trick on home ice and 0 hats were thrown. And now some hats start flying on the Maverik Center ice. 3 hats are on the ice. Now a 4th hat has been thrown as Neil Shea completed the hat trick. As I mentioned, it's probably the first time in team history a guy got a hat trick and there wasn't a delay to pick up hats. As Neil Shea being interviewed by Sammy Miller at center ice. Let's see if we can pick up that audio.
One goal wasn't enough, 2 goals wasn't enough, how about 3? Congrats on that hat trick. Wasn't that so well for you though, son? I know Coach always has big emphasis on starting the periods out strong and finishing them. You did so with your shorty in the second. How much does that help the team as a whole? Yeah, I think the team obviously started the periods Thank you so much. Happy holidays. We'll guys.
Neil Shea gets Utah's first hat trick of the season. In fact, the last hat trick was last February when Dylan Fitz scored 3 goals in a game at Kansas City. So first hat trick in home ice in quite a while. And I think fans might have been aware that it was his 3rd of the game, but it was odd that we didn't see a plethora of hats being thrown on the ice when he scored on the empty net, 18:53 in. It was a breakthrough offensive series for the Grizzlies, who scored 6 goals in each of the 3 games. On Wednesday, Tahoe won 7-6 in overtime. Last night, the Grizzlies got a 6-3 victory. As really it was a complete effort. There was goals from 6 different players. Tonight, Utah's best players were their best players. You look at Neil Shea with 3 goals and 1 assist. Brian Yoon, Keaton Mastrodonato, and Gianni Fairbrother each had 1 goal and 1 assist. He didn't get any points tonight, but I think Andrew Nilsson was outstanding on both ends of the ice this evening. He made great decisions with the puck and really with the top 2 defensive units. And I thought Corbett and Shearer played well as well. Corbett had 3 shots, and which was time for the club lead. And James Shearer played a pretty solid game as well. When the Grizzlies get that solid defensive effort, I know Tahoe is an offensive team that's going to make plays on their own. You know, Tahoe may have scored 4 goals, but yet it was still an outstanding defensive effort. When the Grizzlies needed to buckle down late in the game, they were able to do so. Tahoe did get that 4th goal to make things interesting, making it 5-4. But then Neil Shea obviously won a battle along the near boards and just threw a long-range pass towards the middle, or the long-range shot towards the middle of the ice, and it slid past the goal line on an empty net. Let's go over the scoring in tonight's game, as it's the Teddy Bear toss night. Gianni Fairbrother ended up getting it, but Tahoe did get the first 2 goals of the night, as Utah had to play catch-up there early in the contest. Bear Hughes got the first goal of the game, 4:53 in. He picked up his 7th of the year. Jake McGrew and Sloan Stanek got the assists. And then Stanek scored his first of 2 goals on the night, 8:50 in. Murphy and McGrew got the assists. Johnny Fairbrother got the Teddy Bear toss goal, 11:18 into the first, as he scored from the left wing in a pretty similar spot on the ice as to where he scored in the first period last night. The only difference is he went glove side tonight on Jordan Paperny, and last night against Jesper Vikman, he scored stick side. But Fairbrother scoring the goal, 11-18, with Wood and Fonstad getting the assists. A team record 5,390 teddy bears and stuffed animals were thrown on the Maverik Center ice. As we probably had a long delay, but it was because of all the teddy bears that were thrown on the ice, a new team record. Late in the first period, Grizzlies had the puck deep in their own zone with about 25 seconds left. Dashke got it towards Shea and then to Yoon. Yoon raced into the offensive zone right side. He tried to center it to Messner. Puck kind of pinballed towards Masher Donato. It was about 10 feet in front of the crease. He got the puck and he fired it past Paperny. Masher Donato picked up his fourth goal of the season. He now has a goal in 4 straight games. Masher Donato is appearing in his 7th game this season, as he has spent the majority of this season up in the American League with the Colorado Eagles. The score was tied at 2 after 2 periods, and it was also tied at 2 for the majority of the second period. And when Andrew Nilsson got an interference minor 18:30 into the second, I thought the Grizzlies' streak of second period goal in 11 straight games is going to come to an end. But Neil Shea came to the rescue. He skated to the right side, skated around Tahoe's net as Stanek was chasing after him on the back check, and Stanek was staying with Shea stride for stride. Shea kind of bobbled the puck off his stick. Stanek just kind of skated by and left Shea in the dust. But Shea got the puck, skated in front of the net, and just slid it past the right ankle of Paperny as he picked up his first of 3 goals on the night. For Neil Shea, it was the 7th of the year. It came unassisted. 19:26 into the second period. It was Utah's second shorthanded goal of the season. Tahoe tied it up at 3 when Sloan Stanek scored a second of the game and 14th of the season. Brandon Tabakin and Nate Callan got the assist. That was a classic 2-on-1, and Stanek was in the left wing, and he called his own number, and he fired it past Duplessis. Neil Shea made it a 4-3 game. He scored from the left circle, 14:23 in. It was a power play goal. Utah went 1 for 3 on the power play, and they were a perfect 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Shea's goal was assisted by Derek Dashke and Mick Messner. Grizzlies added a 5th goal when Brian Yoon scored 17:46, but before that, Yoon got a hooking minor 15:39 in. Biggest power play of the game, probably the biggest power play the Grizzlies had in quite some time. Utah killed off the 2-minute penalty. Yoon came out of the penalty box. Grizzlies had the puck. Masher Donato got it to Yoon on the right side. Yoon skated towards the right circle. Then he fired an old-school slap shot past Paperny. And this Maverik Center crowd was up for grabs when Yoon scored 17:46 in. The maestro, Keaton Masher Donato, picked up an assist. He got his 3rd assist of the season as he ended the night with 1 goal and 1 assist. Tahoe called a timeout and pulled their goaltender with 2:14 left in regulation after Yoon's goal. The Night Monsters scored 18-18 in as McGrew was on the left wing. He tried to center it across the crease to Luke Adam. It bounced off the Yoon's skate and into the back of Utah's net. McGrew gets credited with the goal, which is his 8th of the year. He had 2 goals last night. Actually, it was Wednesday night. He had 2 goals. He had a couple assists last night. Stanek and Kapchek with the assists. Tahoe pulled their goaltender with about a minute and a half left. Neil Shea won a 1-on-1 battle over in the right wing boards, and he just kind of slid it all the way down and fired it into the empty net. He picked up his 3rd of the game and 9th of the season. Gianni Fairbrother got the assists. And with that, I was expecting a plethora of hats to be thrown on the ice as Neil Shea picked up Utah's first home hat trick since the 2022-23 season. However, there were no hats being thrown on the ice during the game. There were 3 or 4 hats that were thrown when Shea was announced as the number 1 star. Tahoe did win the shot battle 28-22. So the Grizzlies scored 6 goals on 22 shots. Jordan Paperny is a good goaltender, but he saved 16 of 21 tonight. Grizzlies this week with an offensive explosion as they scored 6 goals in each of the 3 games in this series. Vinny Duplessis now has back-to-back wins. He saved 34 of 37 last night, and tonight he saved 24 of 28 as he hung in there against a pretty strong offensive Tahoe Night Monsters club. And special teams, you can say, won this game for the Grizzlies. Shea scored that fourth goal to give Utah a 4-3 lead, 14-23, and then a little bit more than a minute later, Brian Yoon got the hooking minor, and the Grizzlies, and obviously their penalty kill has had its struggles this season, but when the Grizzlies needed a key penalty kill to keep the lead, they were able to do so. And then once Yoon came out of the penalty box, Grizzlies scored pretty quickly. Let's do some quick math as to just how quickly. Yoon came out of the box 17:39 into the third period, and the goal that he scored was 7 seconds later. So he was on the ice for 7 seconds before scoring the goal that turned out to be the game winner that gave Utah a 5-3 lead. So what a fun one here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies broke a team record for teddy bears tossed with 5,390, and the Grizzlies had their largest home attendance this season with a crowd of 6,893. Well, with as much fun as we had this past weekend, this would be a great time for the holiday season, with the holiday seasons here, and obviously Christmas coming up early next week. Hey, get your family some Christmas gifts. Get them some tickets to next week's Grizzlies games as they take on the Rapid City Rush next Friday and Saturday nights. Next home game will be on Friday night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off, but we want to see it here at Maverik Center. It was fun. I was part of the 5,390 teddy bears. Somebody gave me a stuffed animal to throw on the ice. I tried to get it out there. I didn't get enough air under it, and the teddy bear ended up in about row 4 in section 113. I was very disappointed in myself, but I just didn't get enough momentum, and I didn't have time to warm up my arm. And obviously, at my old age, unfortunately, you just can't get it on the ice like I used to. Maybe next year on the teddy bear toss, maybe I'll get the thing all the way out to the Maverik Center ice. We had a lot of fun here tonight, as obviously it's ugly sweater night, but Santa's not an ugly guy. My ugly sweater says Santa is coming to Utah. Well, we had a lot of things come to Utah here in the year 2024, including the National Hockey League. And Santa, he'll be here next week as he will do his cross-country journey. I don't know how he does it. He probably averages, I would imagine, about 5,000 houses per 5 seconds. You're talking about just about an impossible journey that Santa Claus has. Although I did see Red 1 in theaters last month, and Santa was able to do it in the movies, and I imagine he'll be able to do it next week, is take that cross-country flight, not only cross-country, just across the world, and hand out presents to everybody. What an amazing journey Santa has. He was here last night, actually. He was sitting in the front row. And obviously, this is the final game before the Christmas break. Utah will have some days off. Some players will go and see their families. And as for me, I'm going to sit at home for a few days and think about my goals and dreams. And someday, my goal and my dream is to someday hopefully get to the National Hockey League. And hopefully someday that dream will come true. Tonight, it's kind of a dream night. Great amount of teddy bears, great crowd here at Maverik Center, and we were treated to an entertaining game. Grizzlies come away with what I figure is maybe the most entertaining victory of the season, a 6-4 thriller over the Tahoe Night Monsters. In some games, your best players are going to have to be your best players, and it felt like tonight the Grizzlies' best players were that. Neil Shea is the number 1 star tonight. He had 3 goals and 1 assist. Brian Yoon is the second star. He had 1 goal and 1 assist. His goal turned out to be the game winner. Johnny Fairbrother with 1 goal and 1 assist. He was a +1. You got to give credit to Sloan Stanek. He had 2 goals and 2 assists, and he was a +1 and had 3 shots for the Night Monsters. Despite the loss, Matt Murphy for Tahoe, one of their 6 defensemen, was a +4. So an outstanding effort for Murphy, who had 1 assist. For the Grizzlies, their best plus-minus players with the law firm of Mastro Donato and Shea. Both guys were a +2 for the Grizzlies in the 6-4 victory. Other Mountain Division finals before we head out. Idaho defeats Rapid City 4-3. Remember, Rapid City is going to be here next week, and they will come in with a record of 6-13. Actually, it'll be 6-14, 4-3. Rapid City's played a ton of close games early in this season. Unfortunately for them, they have been unable to win a lot of those games. Once again, a close one for Rapid City, but they lose 4-3. Allen defeats Wichita 4-2, and Tulsa gets a 5-0 victory over Kansas City. Well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody, as we will be back on Friday night, December 27th, as the Grizzlies will begin a 2-game series against the Rapid City Rush. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a Grizzlies fan, I got to imagine you enjoyed the outcome. Grizzlies have now won 2 in a row, and they're looked to extend it to 3 in a row on Friday night against Rapid City. Well, we had a ton of fun here tonight. Get your tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com. We want to see and be as, hey, if it's anything like this past weekend, we're in for a what's that word? Fun. Come and join us here next week for all the fun here at Maverik Center. Until then, hope you enjoy the holiday season, and hopefully everybody has a safe one out there. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.